We might be drunk, we might be drunk. As long as we are hanging out, you know we might be drunk. Raise a glass, let's talk shit. Pet peeves, Rex, and a bit. Maybe drunk, we might be drunk. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to We Might Be Drunk.
Yeah, gobble gobble.
Woo.
Look at that, I got my grandma's arm fat going. Yeah. Look at this. This is a full-on turkey, baby.
This is great.
We had a Native American, but Sam gave him smallpox, so he's not here.
But hey, man, we got our buddy Tom Thakkar.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hilarious
Good
comic,
to be
also
here.
a pilgrim like me, and both wearing Air Maxes, too.
I think we got screwed on this deal. I think you got the nice one.
You like
that looks
this?
much more comfortable, yeah.
It is pretty comfy. It's velvet here. Feel that.
That's nice.
I mean, this is some prime turkey.
I knew you were a little, I felt a little resentful that I got to be Woody and you were Buzz.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to be Woody, but I feel like I'm redeemed. I'm back. I mean, I could wear this to bed.
It's nice.
This is very nice. Is this Amazon, Matt? Oh, he's not listening. All right. I bet it's Amazon. And we got the Bear Jew back.
I don't even know what we're drinking. What are we doing here?
Don't forget
Dude,
Tommy
I'm so
over
excited.
there.
Oh, you got to hook me up, brother.
We're doing, since it's Thanksgiving and it's getting a little colder, we're doing a hot apple cider spiced hot toddy.
God.
Hot apple cider.
Oh,
God.
my Lord.
Spiced toddy. Hey.
Look
A little
at
cranberry,
that.
too.
Hey, to America.
Cheers,
Hey.
boys.
So clear up the UTI. Let's do it.
I'm shocked you didn't use a little wild turkey.
Dude, that is incredible.
That's
Not
so
bad.
good. Oh,
what,
my God.
What makes it, what's giving it that little pop?
A little pop. We got the local hive honey in there, right? And we heat it up with some cinnamon sticks and star anise.
That's what it
A
is.
little bit of orange and a little lemon.
Woo, that's
Dude.
delightful.
I need this
And it's
rest.
caramel apple cider, too.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you
I've
can-
heard of such a thing.
I'm going to drink this when I'm sick. Like,
Yeah.
It actually
clears me
does
out.
help. It actually does help if you're feeling under the weather. It'll clear you up.
Do you
I
do
think
that?
one helps. That's like alcoholic talk right there.
It's every time I do something like that, I'm like, I have a problem.
Yeah.
But I'll do it. I'll be like, I switched to hot toddies. It'll be good. When I had COVID, I was doing shit like that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
only
same.
the last couple days. I couldn't
How long
do
did
it.
you have COVID for?
I didn't have the long. I had the regular COVID, but I had it for it was 9 days of it being brutal. And I
Man.
kept being like, oh, it's great. I'll be on vacation. I had booze
Why
ready
do you
to go.
think you were going to be on vacation?
Because I had to
from
take all my
COVID?
spots off, and I was like, "Oh, this will be great." I watched Mad Men. I watched a bunch of shit. It
You
was
watched
great.
it top to bottom?
I finished it. It took me 10 years to watch Mad Men. Man.
Such a good
It's
show.
so good, but it's so slow.
It's
That's
slow.
why you
So-
wanted to drink.
Yeah.
That
That's
show makes
it,
me
dude.
want to drink.
Dude, it was brutal. I was watching them drink all the time. I was like, that looks so fun, but I couldn't do it. I physically couldn't do it.
I don't know how
was
they do
pissed.
it.
Yeah.
They were doing that on work days. It'd be like 11:30, and they would just clink two glasses together and make a deal.
Yeah, but you know what? Those were it made you want to work.
Yeah.
Because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I got a meeting. You're like, but we'll have fucking oysters and martinis.
I know. It was a better time not knowing when shit was bad. Like,
Oh,
they didn't know
yeah.
cigarettes were bad. They didn't know booze was bad. You know, you ate a burger. It was all
They
normal.
must have known it was you. Woke up
No.
feeling horrible. I don't think you wake up from a hangover at 45 from vodka, and you're like,
Yeah.
that was probably good.
True,
But the smoking, they didn't know. I think they thought it was good for you. Kind
Yeah.
of. They were like, "Yeah, you need a cigarette." Like in the hospital, you're like, they're giving it to kids. Like, come on, have a little.
Now, you know, the vibrator was invented because a woman, it was for female hysteria.
Wow.
Is that right?
Give it a goog. Oh, this guy's not even on the cans. Look that up, Matt. Vibrator was invented for women with hysteria.
Because apparently the first doctors would do it manually.
No.
And then after,
Really?
they
And then
got
they got-
carpal tunnel. After.
Man, doctor used to be a great gig.
Greg, you smoking, fingering chicks.
I don't know. Is that fun? just fingering an 80-year-old? Like,
Yeah, it depends on the patient, I guess.
It's like, what's her name? Gladys. Fuck. All
yeah,
right.
you go to the hospital. It's not usually a bunch of babes in the bed. So.
Yeah, good point. Good point. I don't know. I had an orthodontist when I was a kid, and all the nurses were like 11s, and he was like some old guy with white hair. But I guess he got to pick the nurses.
Yeah, true. That's weird to pick. It's not like being a waitress. Like, they kind of have to bring it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
that's
weird to
true.
go by looks.
Yeah,
That's a good
you
point.
You need them to be good at what they're doing a little bit.
Yeah, read this. What is this?
Joseph Granville patented an electromechanical vibrator in the early 1880s to relieve muscle aches, and doctors soon realized it might be used on other parts of the body. The innovation treatment for hysteria.
Wow.
There you go.
Same deal with fleshlights?
Yes.
This man's hysterical.
You ever used one?
I bought one when I was. I bought one.
You bought one?
I bought one. I was blackout drunk, which is not true because I remember doing it. but that used to be a bit of my. But this is true. After I got engaged when I was like 21. It fell apart. I moved back to my hometown. I started drinking all the time, and my house was like a 5-minute walk from the bar, and along that walk was a porn store.
Oh, of course.
It was called College Books because students would go there, buy porn, and they didn't want their parents' credit card receipt to say it's smart. But I bought an $8 like fake vagina, and they told me to buy lube. And I was broke at the time, and I was like, fuck your upsells or whatever. I got it back to my place, and it was disgusting. And so I tried,
got
and
third-degree
just
burns on your cock trying to fuck it.
It was painful. It looked like one of those like tubes. It's like got the gel in it or whatever that you win at like the carnival or whatever. And I couldn't do it. And then I rolled it up into a towel and forgot about it. And then when me and my buddy were moving, it was in my dresser and the drawer fell out. I was moving with his dad and it fell out and the towel fell on the ground on the driveway, and the fucking thing unrolled, and the fake vagina just rolled down into the driveway, and he just didn't say anything. But
damn.
It was only real vaginas can make such a graceful exit. You know?
Right. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I'm guilty of fucking everything in the house as a kid.
Really?
Like the couch, the bed, foods, all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm. Anything that like was like looked like a hole.
That was
you'd be like, oh, that's cool. Like even like in fences. You're like, oh, I bet I can stick it in there. Get a little friction.
Paper towel holder. That was a big one.
Paper
towel holder seems like it'll be great too, because you could just put like a napkin at the end of it. And it's like clean up and you throw it away, but it's just too bad. They should make paper towel holders like the thing like softer.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, Bounty, get on that shit.
Yeah,
you're the quilted quicker picker upper. Act like it.
I remember watching Scared Straight when I was younger, and there was one guy like, I can make the best pussy you ever felt. Paper towel roll, wet paper towels, a couple of this, a little of that, like some jelly, this and that. He's like, you won't never need a woman again. You're like, dude, you've been in here 30 years. You're just gay. It's all right.
Since we got the About Me flesh roll, my husband loves changing things.
Yeah.
This is good.
And it gives you something to do with the roll, because you got to just throw that away. It's over. You know?
This is like, it's good for the environment. It's green. That's true. Yeah.
That's what I'm on.
There you go.
The guy who makes the vagina, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, because you're like, what are you using? Like, what is your test? Like, what is your
not
research?
A lab, it's just you.
No.
You're the dude. You don't have people being like, you're not fucking trying it on mice,
right?
You're the lab.
You think you'd go gay? How long would it take in prison to do the shower sex? Not like put on you. I know some guys will pin you up against the
wall.
I
think I would just jerk off. Like, I would just try to find like a nook and jerk off.
You say that, but after 7 years...
Well, what crime did I commit here?
I will say Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto?
So you're in there for a good 15.
How long would it... I mean, it's nothing. It's not like I'm anti-gay. I just don't think... I don't think I'd do it. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know, but you ever in college, you're like, there's no hot girls in this class. And then you... By the third week, you're like, well, sure, she's on a rascal, but she's got nice eyes. And then he just starts weaning you down.
Which casino did you go to college in?
Mohegan Sun University. I think in between the thumbprint and getting booked, I'd go gay.
Right, immediately.
I mean, look, who knows? Yeah, you don't know, but I think I would just like hope to get magazines.
Oh, yeah. They said cigarettes were the number one currency in jail, and now it's ramen noodle.
What?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Why is that?
It flipped. I don't know. I guess you'd rather eat than smoke.
Yeah, but you'd think it would be a better food or something at least. Because isn't that like the shittiest
Well,
food?
You're not getting, Cheddar Bay biscuits in there.
People will do the seasoning and just eat them raw.
I used to do that.
Yeah, I've done it.
In Squid Game, they're doing that. And have you seen Squid Game yet?
Yeah.
In Squid Game, the guy's just eating the ramen dry like a snack with the thing. It's like
people love that.
That looks terrible.
Yeah,
I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, I'm a big Cup of Noodles fan.
This is fantastic.
Yeah, this
Killed
is
it
really
again.
good. I'm gonna warn you, I might fly through these.
No problem.
Oh,
I got more than enough.
Nice.
I got to out of the gate. I got to say that I love that you're wearing a Carmela Soprano shirt.
Yeah. It's my buddies. This band Wild Pink. Check them out.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Is that their logo, Carmela?
They just put that on their shirt, and I was like, that is brilliant because I liked this music, and then I was like, but I fucking love that shirt.
Tony!
You don't even need to. Yeah. There we go.
Still the best show.
Oh, it's so good.
Mad Men and Sopranos. This is a We Might Be Drunk episode if we're talking about those two shows.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
so good.
Somebody made a drinking game out of our show. So it's a Rodney impression. I fart. I burp. You
Something watching a movie with my girlfriend.
Right.
It's like, that's all I do. I'm tired from the road. I just watch movies
Mark
with her.
gives hobo advice. a lot of Mark's
Mark
recs.
talks about banging someone on a scooter. That's,
so many of Mark's
is that,
recs have
Jazzy?
turned into it's like steal toilet paper, and you can get free copper off the railroad tracks.
Mark's still stealing despite making a ton of money. Mark's doing great on the road.
That's a hobby.
It's like Kanye stealing the OnlyFans thing. Like,
Wait, what did he do?
Kanye steals OnlyFans off of Reddit. He said he doesn't pay for OnlyFans. It's like you got to act poor to stay rich.
Hey,
Mark's on the tip.
There
Yeah,
you go.
but also you don't. Kanye's got billions,
no.
I think, right? He does
Billions.
I mean, the Yeezys and stuff. He doesn't need.
Yeah.
He can pay for OnlyFans. I think he just probably doesn't respect porn.
No, he's just an
I
asshole.
think that's what it is.
Yeah, for sure. But
I mean, I've never paid. I'm a Dramamine guy at the airport because it helps me sleep on the plane. It's like $18.
It's for motion sickness.
I know, but it's so drowsy inducing.
So it's like Benadryl, something like that.
Yeah. But you don't get like a hangover from it or anything. So I pop a couple Dramamine on a plane, but they're like $18 for a little tube.
It's crazy
because it's the Hudson News, so they upsell everything, upcharge, and I've never paid for one. I've
you just
taken
swipe it from the airport?
every time.
You swipe,
dude.
Every time.
I thought about you the other day because I saw someone get busted for shoplifting at the airport. Yeah,
What
and it
happened?
was so embarrassing. I don't know what they stole. It might have been like a bag or something. It was an old woman.
Whoa.
And she just like 4 cops are surrounding her, and it looked so
beating the shit out of her. Jesus.
They're like, we got to make it even with the police brutality. You're an old white woman.
Wow,
That's what they
see?
do now.
She's
So they
probably
don't look racist. They beat up old ladies.
She probably lost her edge, though. You lose your wits about you when you get that old. You know, you got to stay in the pocket when you're stealing.
Mm-hmm.
Even
I'm
if it
too
is the
scared.
Hudson News, you got to really be. They got to have finesse.
I think about doing it all the time, especially at the food places where you're just they self pay or whatever. I'm always like, I could just walk. I think I did it with coffee once just to feel something, but because I can, I can pay for coffee, but it's fun to get away with something.
Exactly, because they're already overcharging your ass on everything else. So fuck it. You're going to charge me for a bag now, JetBlue? Blow me. I'm stealing this Dramamine. But what I do
it's
is
not them though. It's the airport, isn't it?
they're all in cahoots. You take a wrap. Those wraps are like $9. It should be $2. And then I put a napkin over it. Kind of looks like a receipt. Then you play with it under the self checkout. You go, you just kind of wave
But
it
now
around.
you're saying it's a money thing. I think you do enjoy the stealing.
I do. I'm getting one over on them.
Yeah, it's nice to get a little back. I do that. Like, I know you hop turnstiles.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing more satisfying than hopping it as the train comes.
Oh,
it is.
Because I started after COVID, I was like, I don't use the train as much as I used to. I'm not buying a monthly anymore. Fuck that.
No,
so now, at my stop, because I live in Bed-Stuy, so people will just be holding the door open all the time, and I roll through there, and I'm like, every time I'm like,
but they're criminals.
yep, I love it.
You feel like the coolest white guy too when you're holding the door open. All these black guys are coming in. You're like, yeah, one of the good ones.
It is brutal to get busted for it, though. I had to pay the $100 once.
Me too.
And I was just holding the door open for a buddy who was trying to pay. The machines were all fucked up, and they still got us. So
the only time I've ever gotten a ticket from I've been handcuffed a couple of times, but the only time I've actually gotten a ticket was I was with my friend Dan, who bartends at the Cellar now. We were kids, and we were walking down the street, and we're just drinking on the street, and these cops gave us summons, and Dan's gotten a million of them, so he's laughing. They're just like, "All right, well, now that you've had the ticket, you can finish the beer." And Dan goes, "Yeah, I know the deal." I'm really.
I love that because I hate that they do that shit. I got a drinking
clearly
ticket.
it's not a big crime if you can finish the crime.
Dude,
Exactly.
I got a drinking ticket. I think I'm the only person who got a public drinking ticket during COVID because I was at my friend's backyard. I was walking with a Coors. It was like 10 o'clock at night. I'm at my apartment. I'm like outside the door of my apartment. And this cop goes, "Is that a beer?" And I was like, "Yes." Who cares?
What kind of square cop
Then
is this guy?
he fucking like gets in my face, and I was like, I was a little toasty, and I was like, put on a mask, man. You're getting in my fucking face.
Yeah.
And he was like, where's your mask? Where's your mask? And I was like, I didn't know you were going to fucking bum rush me. I'm alone in the street. I don't need a mask. But then he hassles me for fucking 30 minutes. I'm outside of my door, and I'm like, dude, it's a $25 ticket. Just give me the fucking ticket and move on. And he's like, how many ounces? What's the percent of alcohol?
What a
How
dork.
many ounces?
It's a fucking course. Who cares?
Yeah.
And then it's the same fine no matter how many ounces it is. It's $25. So
Yeah,
then,
it's absinthe. It's absinthe,
Yeah.
you fucking pig.
it's $3,000.
Yeah.
But
What
he
is this,
goes,
the airport? We got to do
Jesus
ounces now? Who
Christ.
It was
cares?
insane. And then he goes, I had 2 more unopened cores, and he goes, you can keep those. And I was like, yeah, I know. It's my property.
Legal
What are you
to buy
talking
beer.
about? Yeah, it was
Jesus.
fun. He made me dump out the cores in front of him, though. Oh, I was so pissed.
I had the same thing, but this is because I thought COVID made beer legal outdoors.
I thought so, too.
Yeah, because we were all drinking in the
We're doing the
village.
sidewalk. It's so weird that
It's
you could do a
crazy.
sidewalk cafe and drink beer.
Yep.
But if you're 2 feet from the sidewalk cafe,
Yeah.
remember Russ Maneve used to do the joke about you can drink in the garbage bag. The alcohol in the garbage bag, but you can't do it outside. He's like, by the way, you can't just like fuck a prostitute in a hefty bag. What are you doing here? Not so fast, officer. Just taking out the trash.
That's hilarious.
Russ Maneve's got some bangers.
Killer jokes, yeah.
You ever another classic? He goes, "I have bad luck with women. My last 4 pregnant girlfriends died in sailing accidents." That's a great joke.
That's really good.
Smart.
Russ has some bangers.
Yeah, I think he's got an album out there. Check out Russ
Stray
Maneve.
Doggy style.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Wow, that didn't age well. But yeah. But I got hassled by a cop on the Lower East Side once. I had a couple of beers on me, and I was drinking with my ex-girlfriend, and he did the whole like, oh, you guys drinking? And we were like, no. And he's like, what's that? And I was like, it's a beer. And he goes, well, why'd you lie to me? And I was like, because you're a cop. I didn't want to get in trouble.
Why do you think I would lie to you?
Yeah.
I'm not a jerk.
That happened to us when we were kids too. We were smoking weed in the street. I'm rolling a joint on like a stoop, and these cops. My friends are all fucking cowards. They run. I'm like, what are we doing? So they run, and they're faster to notice the cops. So I'm like, fuck, I'm trapped with 2 of my friends, and the cops start questioning us. And of course, I'm thinking. So I had 2 bags of weed at the time. I just fucking threw them in the sewer real quick.
Whoa!
But I'm like, yeah, it was better than what would have happened back then,
Yeah.
And and I had cigarettes on me too, thank God. So they're just like, what are you doing? I was like, I didn't know it was against the law to smoke cigarettes, officer. And he's like, why'd all your friends run? I was like, because of the movies. And he was like, he was like the nicest cop I've ever met. He was like, he's like a nice Irish guy. He was like, all right. And he's like, well, I was like, can I smoke cigarettes? He's like, of course. And have a good evening. He was like that nice.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That is nice.
My friends were like, you fucking talked your way out of it. I was like, I mean, we only had cigarettes on us.
Yeah.
What are they going to bust us for?
Man, you're like the narcotics guy. You got weed, cigarettes, and booze. You got all the stuff. You got what's the word for that?
CVS?
No. Contraband. That's the word I was looking for. Contraband. Whatever that means.
I do need a refill here.
Yeah, I'm
What I'm about to do right now. I'm going to heat up some more cider.
Yeah.
Is the microwave being used in this?
We got a little kettle too.
Happy holidays.
Dude.
hot cider, dude. It's the move.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, me and my buddies got like a cabin or like a little house in Vermont, and we were buying all this organic cider on the side of the road.
Oh,
I would take it back to the place and put bourbon in it and heat it up. Oh my God.
Woo!
Incredible.
Nothing like a cabin with the gang. That's a nice with your pals. You're at a cabin, you ski all day, and you drink all night.
Do you actually like that? I feel like you wouldn't like that.
I did it with Kreischer and Ari and Ranazizi. A couple of guys last year. We went skiing, and then we did a show at night.
I was about to say, I feel like you would still find a spot in the middle of nowhere.
We did. We went to Wise Guys, but then we go to Park City and ski all
You like
day.
a
It was
cabin
great.
when it's all comics who are all hungry to do a set as well. You don't like it
still
with like
went to work. I'm
non-comedians.
talking like
That's true.
3 days. Like we're doing mushrooms.
Oh, yeah.
Comedy's
He would
not
hate
part
that
of it
though.
at all.
You're not,
Yeah.
That's not your thing.
Yeah, I did mushrooms too, and it helped having the stand up in the middle. But
Mark can't shut it off.
I get it.
Nah.
I feel guilty, like if I take a day or 2 off. But it's like sometimes it's nice when everybody's just like, no, fuck
That's
it.
true.
We're all committing. We're just gonna be here, get drunk, smoke weed, do mushrooms, and do nothing, and it's great. And you just laugh the hardest you've ever laughed. It's the best time.
Terrified to do mushrooms.
Oh, you got to do it.
Oh,
Sam.
we got to do it on
You never
air.
done mushrooms?
Really?
We
No,
should
I
do it on on the pod.
No way.
Dude, I did it for the first time during the pandemic.
I don't react well to weed. Are you kidding me?
I don't either.
I like weed. I like alcohol because it quiets the stuff.
Wait a minute. I got some micro dose. We can start you with one, see how you feel, then keep going, and the whole thing lasts 4 hours. You'll be done.
That's what's great about mushrooms.
No hangover.
You mean just a little longer than the movie Titanic?
What?
That's it?
We can do 2 episodes and you'd be sober.
I think this is great. I think this is a great idea.
The fans
this is how I did it. Because I'm not a big weed guy either. It makes me too crazy.
See?
I get scared. Mushrooms are way more fun because your whole body's into it. You look at a tree for an hour. You're like, this is great. But I only did like 2.2 grams or whatever. So it's like not a ton, or like even a gram and a half or something like that. I'm doing little.
I'll bring in some gummies. And by the way, we got to celebrate because somebody gave me a bunch of mushrooms and I threw them in my bag. I forgot about it. I've been traveling with mushrooms for 6 months. I forgot about it.
Isn't that
no one
the
stops.
TSA is such bullshit?
Exactly.
I fly with weed on accident all the time. And it's like, I don't even mean to. They don't care. They care if you have a gun. And I've been flying with a gun for the last month, too.
We got to celebrate, man.
we got to celebrate.
We'll bring a gun in.
We'll bring a gun and we'll shoot it up in the air.
We'll do drugs and bring guns in.
Russian roulette. It's weird now. After the Alec Baldwin thing, every time I watch watch Malcolm X when Denzel does the Russian roulette, and you're like, someone could have blown their head off during the scene. Like,
I'm shocked this shit doesn't happen earlier. Like the gun thing, like the Travis Scott thing, the people got crushed.
Yeah.
I'm like, how has that not happened a million times?
Mostly because we don't have that big a fan base.
Well, that too, yeah. But
that's why I don't sell so many tickets.
We lose 9 fans. It's going to financially impact us.
That's true. We'll notice it. We'll feel a dip. But I'm just saying, like, all these like heavy metal and all this shit, like you'd think that would happen all the time. Like there's mosh pits where people just swing at each other, and
it's so stupid.
It's shocking. It's the first time that's happened.
I hate shit like that. That's why I don't. I like live. Like I would go to live music that was like not at all like that. Heavy metal was like I don't want to be like bumping up.
Yeah,
COVID aside, I don't want to be that close to someone. I don't want to be. I don't like the invasion of your space.
No, and they're like actively trying to bump each other and swing at each other.
I don't get it at all.
I don't get it either.
I like some like shit that's a little bit hard sometimes, and I stand in the very back.
Yeah,
because I'm like I don't need to be part of that shit.
No, that's silly.
That's some 18-year-old shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you're like, well, if that's who the music is for, then it might not be for us.
Right. Give me something to break. It's a weird lifestyle.
It'd be great if they just get on stage and start beating the shit out of him. Yeah. You said, give me something to break. I mean, your jaw would be.
Yeah, Thanksgiving, though. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. Are we releasing this on Thanksgiving Day or are we going to do Sunday? It'd be kind of fun to drop this on Thanksgiving Day.
What do you think, Peters?
Throw it out early. What do you think?
I don't know, with whatever Sunday that is. So this is before Thanksgiving or the Sunday after?
This will be the Sunday after. So it would be nice to throw it out on Thanksgiving Day to give the people that don't have family to be with to something to listen to.
Dude, as a podcast fan.
Sunday before.
Oh, we could do that. That's not bad. We could do the Sunday before. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe the Monday. I don't know. Just give it a little closer to Thanksgiving, but I don't want to piss off the fans with a day late. Again.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's all the same.
Fuck them. Not fuck the fans, but fuck their anger. That's what I'm saying. It's free.
I think about that with my pod all the time. I'm like, I'm making so little money to do this. If you're mad at me, like, I'm doing this for just the labor of love.
Exactly.
Yours is fun. Stand by your band. I did that.
Yeah, Leonard Cohen.
I did Leonard Cohen. I got a ton of shit.
Leonard Cohen? Get out of here.
Same as a young Leonard Cohen.
Yeah.
Good teacher really seems to kid.
It's such a great premise. It's a great idea for
Stand by your band. Who would you do, Mark? Who would you defend?
Yeah, who do you get made fun of for liking?
I love Van Morrison, and everybody calls me a cheese dick because he's so sappy and like lovey-dovey. But I love him.
I got Van Morrison on my playlist, pre-show playlist.
Oh, nice!
Baby, please don't go.
Wow. Ooh, that's good. I like
Baby,
Jackson
please
Brown.
Don't go.
I like
Jackson
Talking
Brown.
Heads.
Talking Heads? You're Talking Heads?
That's too
Have you seen American Utopia, the David Byrne show? You got to go see it.
I should go see that.
Schumer hasn't told you to see that yet?
She said it was great. Seinfeld loved it, too.
Oh, it's incredible.
I think he's the coolest guy there's ever been, maybe. I think he's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Me and Tommy McNamara, the co-host of my pod.
I know Tommy. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. We went on
his basketball videos on Twitter are
hilarious.
Can we pull up one of his basketball videos?
I'm pissed about the last one that he got cooking because I shot it, but I had the best basketball day of my life that day. I could not miss that one fucking video of me.
Dude,
nobody does it for
you
me.
and I, we cooked Goldman that day.
Man,
Goldman's good.
Yeah,
Goldman's very good, but we were on. We had Tom had his 3-ball going.
I got the 3-ball going, baby.
I had my bank shot locked in.
It was nasty.
Thank you.
Couldn't handle it.
Sammy Koppelman was there too. Sammy's good.
Yeah, that was a fun day. We
Sammy's
gotta
really
get back out
good.
there. I talked to Goldman. He was like, "Oh, I play at 6 a.m. in Harlem," and I was like, "I can't fucking do that."
Oh, come on.
I know his texture like meet me at 145th at 7:30 in the morning. I'm like, none of those things are doable for me right now.
Mm-hmm.
But
Is
no,
this
that
it? I've never seen this.
God, that's good.
no, this isn't it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's Tommy McNamara. What is this?
If you go to his Twitter, Tommy McNamara.
Yeah.
Great Twitter.
It might be hard to.
They're not
maybe
on
it's
YouTube,
pinned or
are they?
something. I don't know. If you just look up Tommy McNamara basketball, you might be able to find it. The
Yeah.
problem is Tommy McNamara is also a famous soccer player. So
Oh, no.
yeah, he's kind of fucked. Yeah.
That's what happened to you.
I know.
Oh,
He was
weird.
Tom Brady.
I was
for
Tom
those that don't
Brady.
know.
Had to change it up because you could not Google me. Man, now I'm all over. I had one drink at 2:30 on a fucking day.
dude.
I'm all over the place.
It happens.
There he
No,
is. Wow, okay. He hit the rim on one.
I love it.
The thing is, Tommy is sneakily much better than you would think he would be.
But he's doing this on purpose.
I don't think he's necessarily doing this on purpose. I think
Well, let's see
it
some
is
other
hard.
videos.
There's
He's got
one where
more.
he's throwing it behind his head, and the ball comes back and smashes his phone and breaks it, and it's great.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, there was more of these. I mean, some of
Maybe
these
I
were
can have him
hilarious.
send it to me real fast.
Oh, that's not him.
No, that's him. That's
Oh,
him.
that's him.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Shaved. Oh, there we go. Hey, that went in.
It's so funny because he talks so much shit in these two. It's great. You guys got to watch them. They're really fun.
What's the myth now, bitch?
I love it.
Good.
Remember
So
that
good.
scene with Philip Seymour Hoffman, R.I.P.
Yes.
Him
Oh
and
my
Polly.
God.
Along Came Polly.
It's so funny.
Make
That-
it rain,
Make it
raindrops.
rain. I do that all the time. It's one of my favorite comedy bits.
Yeah.
And it's fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I
You're like,
know.
the guy had so much range. It's so hard to be funny.
Yeah.
And that scene is hilarious.
And we've
Along
all-
Came Polly.
We've all recreated it every time
Yeah.
we go on the basketball court and miss.
I wonder
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
wonder how much work he put into that because he clearly put so much work into
Yeah.
his.
But
His son is now in the new
I
movie.
saw that.
It's a
What?
new
PTA,
Paul
right?
Thomas Anderson movie. He's
And
the
one
lead.
of the ladies from Haim. Very exciting stuff.
Haim?
The
Yeah.
band Haim.
I don't know.
It sounds good. I
Ooh,
read an
Haim's
interview
good.
with him, and he's just a cool guy.
Yeah.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's the real deal.
I mean, Boogie. Although I'll say, I think his best movie is Boogie Nights. Still,
Boogie Nights is the most fun by far. Because, like, you know, There Will Be Blood is awesome, but it's heavy.
it's not fun.
Yeah, Boogie Nights is like, this is great. The guy's got a big dick. Philip Seymour Hoffman's gay. Riley's funny. It's awesome.
Dude, it's
Burt Reynolds.
that movie. I knew a guy
Heather
who was an
Graham.
extra in that movie. There Will Be Blood, and he was like, "Yeah, Daniel Day-Lewis did not shut it off, and it was fucking terrifying."
That seems brutal.
Yeah, yeah.
Bring me a coffee. They're like, oh my god, Jesus.
He's a little intense.
Did you guys talk about this on here where it's like it's never somebody if people do that method acting shit, it's always an asshole. It's never like, oh, he was really nice the whole time. 'cause
No,
he was
Oh,
a
yeah,
character.
that's a good point.
Yeah, no, it's never like Rob Schneider was a European gigolo the whole shoot. He really was.
Yeah. Tom Hanks became Mr. Rogers. It was super cool.
He would, dude. Tom Hanks' interview on Bill Simmons pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
he never does like those types of interviews, but pretty cool.
I'll listen to
Bill
that.
Simmons is obsessed with Castaway, so it's a lot about Castaway.
I love Castaway.
I didn't know that movie took that long to
4
shoot.
years or something?
Well, they shot the two things separate. I think they shot him heavier first, and then on the
yeah, of
island.
course,
So it was like
yeah.
a year apart, but no movie had done something like that.
Wait, they shot him heavier first?
or
See, I would
second.
go the other way. If I were him, I'd
It was
want to
one of
like
the-
bulk up after.
Well,
Because
he
he
was-
gets so skinny.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, well, he's on the island second, I think. No,
Okay.
he had time to lose all that weight.
Right,
but that whole
right.
year's got to suck now.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I think he also had to like grow the beard out, and he was shooting another movie at the same time, so they had to like reverse it. So
Uh-huh.
it
Damn.
makes sense for his other movie shoot.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it usually goes the other way. usually have to gain weight for a role. Well, I guess The Machinist.
Yeah.
And Matt Damon
but
had to lose
all the
weight.
superhero ones, they got to like bulk up and
That's
stuff.
true.
But then
That's got to be fun. I'm assuming the studio is like, here's a trainer, and you're like, yeah, I would fucking.
Oh yeah,
this is like part of the pay. This is great.
Yeah, look at Shmuel.
Yeah. I know.
So hot.
Yeah, so hot, and then it's just like pictures of him playing video games and stuff, and I was like, I would love that life. Like,
right.
Trainer, video games.
I know.
Amazing.
You don't have to do comedy anymore.
Yeah.
What a
it's
life.
weird how making movies is like one of the only ways people get thin. Because, other people are like, I'm trying to lose weight. It's not easy. But if you put you in a movie, we could do it. Because you'd have to get a trainer and everything.
Yeah.
They should cast everybody on that like 600-pound
Yeah,
life.
just put them in a movie.
To be able to do blockbuster film.
Right. They'll
that
lose the weight.
show is so depressing.
I can't watch shit
It's
like that.
brutal.
I can't either.
I used to go to Artie Lang's house and we would watch it. And Artie narrating that show is maybe the funniest thing of all
He's
time.
so fucking funny.
Artie Lang is back and he's doing his podcast
Is he?
again.
Hell
He's
yeah.
doing his
Alright.
podcast. So
That's awesome.
So go support Artie because I love that guy. I really love that guy.
I do too. I'm a fan. And it's not my job. I think it's Ari Manis, but he said, I can't believe Artie Lang outlived Norm Macdonald.
Oh,
which is
man.
such a good point.
So
I can't
funny.
believe Bob Dole outlived Norm Macdonald. Someone
Yeah.
else said that, right? I mean, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Terrible.
Oh, yeah, because he did Bob Dole.
Yeah.
Damn.
Brutal.
That is crazy.
R.I.P. Norm. We love you.
R.I.P.
Favorite of all time.
He's your number one?
Oh, number one.
Saying
Number
he's
one. I still
top three for
If
me.
I ever am on the road and I'm like in a fucking mood or whatever, I'm just like I don't feel like doing anything. I'll just watch him on YouTube for whatever amount of time.
Same.
Whenever I have something fun to, or like an important thing to do, I'll watch him just reading the Man Great the ads. It's
Yes.
so
He's
funny. You just see
amazing.
unfiltered joy and that he's doing it and making
Hard for
fun
me
of
to
it.
top Attell or Dangerfield, just for pure jokes.
Well,
sure.
no, those guys are animals. But as far as Googling and like a YouTube wormhole,
Norm
I don't
is
know.
up
Norm
there.
is hard to beat because he's got the stand-up, he's got the weekend update, he's got
The
the podcast.
maybe the best
he's
panel
got,
guest.
all that shit,
Yes.
Probably
Yes.
no one's better at panel.
Oh, yeah. No
it's
doubt about it.
nonstop. Like he has so many clips that he's nonstop funny. There's never a moment that you're watching him where you're like, "Oh, Norm was a little off on this one." Like
Right.
he's always funny. It's great,
It's
Hey,
amazing.
you ever meet people who don't like Norm? They're like, I never
it
really
drives
got
me
it. And
nuts.
you're like, come on.
dude. When he
Malcolm
died, and people
Gladwell?
were saying, "Oh my
What?
god, what
He
a
said
fucking!"
that?
You
the
didn't
whole
see
thing
this?
being like, I'm not. It was like an whole
It was
article.
so
It was like a whole
stupid.
article being like, I understand that he's good, but it doesn't do it for me. I'm like, yeah, you know what that's called instead of an article is keeping it to yourself.
Yeah, why did you have to? And also say that 5 years ago. Why did you do that right after
Not
he
everything
fucking
needs
died?
an yeah. When people are
Oh, it
fucking
pissed me
coping
off.
with it,
It's like, okay, now I've made something people will click on. Oh, it made me hate him.
know,
That
yeah.
sucked.
yeah, I got a good 10,000 hours for you being a fucking human,
You can
Malcolm
suck my
Gladwell.
dick for 10,000 hours,
Yeah.
bitch.
That was the tipping point for me hating Malcolm McDowell. Jesus Christ. I didn't know about that. He's
Yeah.
supposed to be a smart guy.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't even finish it because it's like the whole point was like I listen to the comedians who do love him and they know more than me. It's like then why the fuck did
Yeah,
you
write
write
this.
Quit
Why
chiming
write
in,
this?
you kook.
Yeah,
It's like saying I'm wrong, but here's still what I feel.
It's so
And
funny
you're
to get pissed
okay,
off
so you
wearing
don't,
this.
Yeah, you don't like him. That's cool.
yeah. It's
I mean,
very-
it's not.
It's
but-
not cool. It's
but
not.
it's
Just,
fine.
but you don't have to make it a whole thing, and it's, especially the day after he dies
Yeah.
or whatever.
Ugh, no
Yeah.
tact.
Norm
It
was the panel god. I mean, there was no one like him
yeah.
at walking that line. And truly, man, Conan doesn't get enough credit for being. I mean, look, everyone knows Conan's great, but like he is incredible at setting you up. He's a point
Yes.
guard. He's fucking Chris Paul, just making you look good out there.
He really is. Great straight man. And he would lead you on by looking disturbed. He'd be like,
Yeah.
what are you talking
Yes.
about, Norm?
Yes.
And then Norm would keep going.
Oh, so have you guys listened to the Conan like tribute
I
episode?
did,
Oh
yeah.
my god,
That
it's
was
incredible.
heavy.
But hearing him talk about the moth bit,
Yes.
I was listening to the car with my lady, and I was like, you have to hear the moth bit now to understand the context of how funny this is. That he's just like, and you now watching that clip, you watch Norm's eyes because he didn't know he was going to have to do that segment. And then he talked about it on Conan. He was like, Conan was like, I surprised Norm by being like, we're keeping you for an extra
Right.
7 minutes. So Norm his wheels are spinning because he doesn't know he had to be on for another 7 minutes with nothing planned. So he pulls out this fucking joke that he heard Colin Quinn tell, the moth joke. And he has to stretch that bit into 7 minutes. You see his eyes moving around. It's incredible. You got to listen to that and then watch that bit. It's so good.
Yeah, Conan, he's
gets comedy.
so good at like keeping the momentum in the air too. He knows
Yes.
he'll get jokes in there without taking away from whoever the guest is, which
Right.
is not easy to do.
Yeah.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, Norm's the best. Colin Quinn said the two funniest hangs are Norm and Spade going at it.
Yeah, I mean, you can see it when Spade is on Norm's podcast. It might be the best podcast there's ever been. It's so funny. It's nonstop.
And Spade's like, oh, God. But it works. It works. Spade and Norm on Dennis Miller, those episodes are incredible.
Yeah.
I've never seen them.
Oh, they're classic.
I gotta see those. Oh, you gotta
Norm just fucks with them the whole time.
It's great.
It's pretty funny, man.
I wish we'd pull that up, but it would take too long. But yeah, it's so watch that when you get home. It's a doozy.
We got to do some Thanksgiving
I know,
rankings,
you're right.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is a Thanksgiving episode.
Thanksgiving at all.
I mean, we're dressed as pilgrims for fuck's sake. Mark's a turkey.
We're like dressed as this. Here's another thing about cancel culture, but you're dressed like this.
Right.
More white men need to weigh in on cancel culture. I've always said that.
What about
when is a white guy finally going to talk about people getting canceled?
As a turkey, I'm offended. It's always as a woman, as a black guy.
No one gets canceled more than turkeys.
That's true. And only one gets pardoned every year or whatever.
Right.
Fuck, it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
That's got to be fucked up for that. That's
all
going
his
to be a
friends are
Pixar
dead.
movie. the turkey pardon. He's like, Mom, Dad. Like,
yeah, it's torture. You're like, you get to live, but you have to watch
all your friends
everybody
and family die.
Yeah, turkey may be the best sandwich meat.
You think so?
Interesting.
I think so.
I'm going to go pastrami on that one.
Whoa,
I'm going pastrami.
Though. It's so heavy.
It's a day ender.
It's true.
It's a day ender.
It depends on how you do it, because I was maybe gonna do this as a rec even, because I bought turkey and I bought pastrami. Dude. I put like one slice of pastrami on some bread, and it's incredible. The problem with ordering pastrami at a restaurant is they give you a stack of it.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, it fucks up your day.
Pastrami Reuben or a pastrami Mel.
Oh, baby. Pastrami with egg and cheese in the morning.
Whoa, that's good.
It's so good.
Dude, you're going to give me a heart attack just talking about it. I mean, if you go to like one of those classic Katz's or any of those classic delis and you get like corned beef or pastrami, it's but
good.
If I'm going like normal day, turkey with a little cheddar mayo, that's a classic New York sandwich, or I'll do a little, even a turkey burger, chicken breast. I like to go a little lighter because it's like usually a lunch type thing.
Exactly.
I'm trash, so when I'm trying to lose weight, I just buy turkey and I just eat the turkey. I no sandwich, no bread.
I do that all day.
I just eat loose turkey, and that's my meal.
I go to the grocery store and I want the turkey breast shit. I don't want that bullshit processed nitrate shit.
Yeah.
I want the real turkey.
You get the slicer guy?
I get the slicer guy.
I love the slicer guy. I didn't start doing that until like 2 years ago when I walked by.
Self-esteem for that,
dude. It feels incredible. It'll change your life because you ask the guy, you just confidently order, and he does it, and you're like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
But isn't it like $800 for a sliced turkey?
It's not. It's not more expensive.
Yeah.
It's slightly more expensive than doing like Hormel or some shit.
That's what I do. The Hormel.
Hormel is trash. You gotta stop the Hormel.
I'm a whore.
It's fucking $3 more. You have money, man.
All right. You know what I love about pastrami and the turkey is that those ends. I love the flavorful end. I want to just eat the ends
because they season the fuck out of them too. Oh, it's so good.
I
do that Sausalito turkey. It's so good, man.
I do love a little pepper turkey, a little honey turkey.
Honey turkey all day.
With a little I'll mix up the cheeses. I'll get a little sometimes I'll do Gouda, sometimes I'll do cheddar. Sometimes I'll do fucking Swiss.
I don't fuck with the cheese.
Munster.
Are we gonna melt it?
Good show.
Munster's like the William H. Macy of cheeses. Always delivers, but it's not talked about enough.
Yeah.
Here.
I also married a criminal. But
yeah, he wasn't a criminal at all.
It's funny you see that scene in Fargo and you're like, oh, this is like his life.
Oh my God, you're right. I didn't think about that.
Wait a minute, he married a criminal?
You didn't know his wife went to jail. Remember Felicity
right.
The doc about that is incredible, by the way. I don't know. There's a doc about that on Netflix. It is so fucking good. I gotta find it.
Damn, they pump docs out quick now.
I know.
Something happens. There's a doc about it.
They have all this real tape from the people who are talking to that guy who was fixing the college, like what do you call it? Like who was fixing their shit to get them in or whatever. They have him talking about like, yeah, and we'll just pretend they're on the diving team or whatever. They have the audio, and you hear the people. You hear the people getting nervous on the phone. They're like, "I don't really want to talk about this that much on the phone." But you know what the deal is, and it's like they have all the audio. It's insane.
That's terrifying.
I gotta find the name of this.
I say
just
crazy shit on the
phone.
phone.
Like Jews. You're like, what? Jesus. Yeah,
Yikes.
Lori Loughlin, man. She's aged incredibly well.
Oh,
so is
she's
John
hot.
Stamos. Whatever's in that Full House water.
Bob Saget doesn't look bad either.
Bob Saget looks good.
I know.
Coulier looks all right.
They look all right.
Yeah.
Full
Have you
House.
actually seen Coulier in a minute?
No,
I feel like we haven't
used to
seen
live
it.
with
I was just Andy Mark. I don't know what he's talking about. No, I just think probably being rich for 30 years helps.
That's Chris Rock said rich is the best lotion.
Yeah.
It
Well,
just
dude,
keeps you looking
Stamos
good.
looks insane.
Looks
It's
great.
crazy.
Would you?
He's so fucking hot,
I'd
man.
fuck him in the ass.
You'd fuck Stamos?
Wait, what was I gonna say about? The Lori Loughlin thing bugs me a little because I thought that was part of making it in America. Was you get little perks like free college.
Yeah, but what's the difference between going to USC and like fucking UC
When
Santa
you're that
Barbara?
rich.
Like it's all fucking the same shit.
Yeah.
You're rich anyway. Your kids are set up.
Yeah,
like,
your kids don't even fucking need to go to college.
Yeah.
Like, if there's ever been a scam,
she's
it's like-
married to like some massive designer. Like her money comes from her husband, who's a designer.
Is that right? Who's the
Yeah.
husband?
Look, I don't know. Pull it up, man. I don't know. But Massimo.
What? That guy?
Yeah.
I had those cargo shorts. I forgot about Massimo. Is that the same guy?
That's like
we're
the
talking
Target
designer.
Isn't that the
yeah.
Target brand?
Yeah, it is.
I love the Target brand.
Oh, me
These
too.
are Target
They're
brand.
fucking
not
beyond
these.
loaded.
That's where we got the
That's
Pilgrim.
the point. Is like when your life is already a shortcut, you don't need more shortcuts. I think that's the
see.
point they're making.
I see. But is that jail worthy?
I mean, what she do 2 months in a fucking
Yeah, it's not like it
Wolf
was
of
real
Wall
jail.
Street
Yeah.
type country
Her
club prison?
prison was like being in Delta One. It was still fine.
I mean, you're in the air, but you get a good seat.
Right,
They're
leg
bringing you
room.
snacks.
Yeah,
You're
all
doing
right.
you
yoga.
still are getting free bourbon and shit.
You probably like getting healthy. You're probably like
Right.
fucking, I'll do yoga, I'll do Pilates.
Sometimes it
It's like
does seem
rehab.
like it would be nice to go to jail for like that type of prison for like a month where you're like, well, every day I'm going to work out. I'm going to be so fucking bored. Might read a couple books. Like,
Yeah, it's the
don't
same as like getting a spa or a trainer. You got to go in and get in shape. You know, you can't watch TV. You can't look at your phone. It's like almost good for you. It's like a
And
retreat.
you don't get to eat snacks and
Right.
shit. You can't drink.
This all being said, I don't want to go to prison. But
No,
if you have to go, this is
you're not
the
gonna
way
like
to go.
the end of this episode. Bring them in, boy.
No, but it really is. I don't know, man. Here's the thing. It's like they're sacrificial lambs, you know. Like
That's true.
I mean, she was made an example of, you know, and bad time to be super privileged and not really be like, yeah, I fucked. It's hard. It's also hard though when you're the sacrificial person to be like, I fucked up, because you usually are made an example of.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think they know that, and their lawyer tells them that, and they go, all right,
They're like,
fine.
look, you're a hot white woman in her 50s. You're rich as fuck.
It's the height of BLM. It looks good. It's optics.
Yeah.
A lot of things are optics.
Yeah.
We're learning.
I mean, still, better to be Lori
Who
Loughlin than
is-
George Floyd.
is
Let's
that-
be real.
am I
So
being crazy?
she got off easy.
Yeah. How's she doing? Is she out? When are we going to get the Lori Loughlin prison porn? That's next.
Man. I want to see it.
It's called Full House. All right.
That's actually the new season of Orange is the New Black is exactly that.
It's
Yeah,
love.
dude.
That'd be a great 80s movie, too. The husband's annoyed with his kids and his wife, and he's like, I'll go to jail.
Yeah.
I'll get away.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like an 80s movie.
It does, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? What's the guy who was in Soul Man?
Oh, C. Thomas
shit.
Howell.
See Thomas
Dude, we
Howell
were just
in
talking about that.
That
jail
movie.
Did you
time.
guys watch that when you were kids? Like,
Of course.
Of course.
It's on
That was
Comedy
on
Central every
Comedy
10
Central,
Did you
yeah.
think it fucking ruled when you were a kid? I remember
great.
being like, this is hilarious. And then
you grow up and you're like, this is not
this
a good.
is crazy.
This is not
Yeah.
a good film, and I'm shocked it was made even in the 80s.
Yeah, it was too late.
This is backward for the 80s.
You got that right.
You're doing blackface? It was part of an experiment. I'm like, yeah, but you can't do blackface. This is... That really probably... have you seen C. Thomas Howell lately? He looks great.
No,
He's aged well. Pull up C. Thomas Howell.
Really?
He's
I
in
think
Bosch.
apparently blackface is good for your skin. So
Being rich and blackface.
Yes.
that would be fucked up if you're like, it's actually the best thing for your skin. It's
Well,
what J-Lo does.
those charcoal
and shit.
masks.
Charcoal, they look
Yeah,
like blackface.
I see my girlfriend. I'm like, this is not acceptable.
Yeah. Was that Kyle Dunnigan? Holy shit.
He looks pretty good.
Wow. He looks great.
Yeah, he's not bad.
Full head of hair.
Yep.
That'll do
That's
it.
not a
beat
good
that.
picture of him. He actually looks good. I mean, he's got good hair.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that fucking hair, dude. Look at him. See,
Yeah.
that's like he's done up there, but
That's
he
a
looks
healthy
good.
He looks
guy.
good there.
He looks better than Anthony Michael Hall.
Dude,
I'll
look
tell
at
you
him.
that.
There's a handsome man.
Man, that Outsiders is just a hunk fest, huh?
Matt Dillon.
Oh,
Matt Dillon, Tom Cruise, Patrick Swayze, Rob Lowe. I mean, the list goes on.
Remember Matt Fulcheron's joke? He's like, yo, this girl invited me over to watch Dirty Dancing 2 Havana Nights. And I go, yo, no Swayze? No Wazy.
He has a couple lines. He has some of the dumbest jokes that make me laugh. I love his.
He makes me laugh.
He has that line where he's like, they say you catch more flies with honey, but you catch more honeys when you're fly. Just watching him do that, you got to see a picture of him just to see how funny that is.
Man.
He's such a. I love that
cool guy. Dude, let's rank some fucking...
Yeah, Thanksgiving!
Let's rank some Thanksgivings. Ooh. And hey, man, we appreciate you guys on Thanksgiving. We're thankful for you guys listening, and we hope you're having a good Thanksgiving, because this is an important American holiday.
I agree, and it's a purely American.
Very, yeah.
We came in, we killed the Choctaw, and we ate.
How long are we going to be allowed to do this holiday? Is this going to be like Columbus Day? Are they going to take this one away?
I think this might be the last one. It's like right on the fucking edge.
The problem is no one to put it on. Like Columbus, you put it on Columbus or whatever. This is just
pilgrims
and it's like and food.
Yeah, my family goes hard. We wore Redskins jerseys, so it's. This is crazy. These outfits, these are perfect. I love how we're dressed.
This is fun.
Gobble gobble.
I've never done deviled eggs for Thanksgiving. I got to be honest.
Oh my god! I got to tell you, I grew up being like, fuck deviled eggs, and then I got a little older and had like a good one, and I was like, oh my god, these are way up there for me.
I've never had them for. I don't think it was about to say Thanksgiving side, but yeah, if they were, they're in the conversation.
Capri,
yes.
Come on.
Yeah, they go a long way. I love them. You can't eat too many though, because you will yak yellow.
Yeah, and your shit's going to be all fucked up. Yeah. You don't want that.
All right, what else you got here,
Yeah, because we can't rank them until we've seen all of them, right?
Uh-huh. Wow, you're going full PowerPoint on this motherfucker. Jesus.
Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. Again, I don't think of them as Thanksgiving
things. I've never had a Brussels sprout on Thanksgiving.
But a crispy Brussels sprout.
Love it.
Especially when you throw some fucking pork in there, like bacon or something.
So good. I will say this about Brussels sprouts. A little too thick. There's just there's a little too much bite in there that I'd prefer it was a little thinner.
I hear you. Yes, there you go.
I fucking roast Brussels sprouts. I love them.
As far as like bringing them to Thanksgiving, I feel like that's what your aunt who's on like a health kick brings.
It ain't fun.
Yeah, it's like the cool aunt brings like mashed potatoes with cheese and like.
This might be number one for me.
No, really? I got a bone to pick with this shit.
Marshmallow yams?
The marshmallows are too much.
Once a year.
Too much.
The marshmallows are too much.
This is a speedball. We already got sweet potato, and now we're going to put on marshmallow? Get out of here.
I would love if it was just a sweet potato.
Yes.
Yeah, but the marshmallow, it makes me sick.
You know what, Mark? It's not a fucking healthy day. It's a decadent holiday.
I'm not trying to be healthy, but you're putting marshmallows on a savory vegetable? Come on.
I don't like it because I'm getting my sugar I'm drinking a bottle of wine that day. That's a day where I'm drinking red wine all day. Yeah. Having marshmallows on top, I'm like, I'm going to have a fucking sugar crash.
And there's an apple pie coming later with a scoop of ice cream. It's too much.
You're all making good points,
pumpkin
and I'm
pie.
still fucking going hard for the yams, brother.
I like the yams. Well, get the marshmallow out. That's all.
What's that? We're going to put some Reese's Pieces on top of green beans? Where does it end?
Now, that's not a bad idea.
You know what? That sounds good. My brother used to babysit me, and he would make pasta and just throw M&Ms in there. And I'm like,
that's a vegetable in Indiana.
That's the mashed potatoes and Twix. It's too much.
Someone handed me a Twix on stage because I ranked it number one in the Halloween rankings. A woman in the front row just handed me a Twix. And I was like, all right.
That's a solid
I love
candy
that you
bar.
did that. Twix is underrated.
Twix is fucking
so good.
Twix.
Ooh.
I mean, mac and cheese is in the top
this
3.
Is probably number 1 for me because my mom puts shrimp in it, and it's
okay. Now we're talking. I think
so
mac
good.
And cheese on its own without like a breadcrumb crunch is highly overrated.
You need something.
If
in
it's
there.
just a flobby mac and cheese without any fucking fun there, it's like saggy titties. You're like, what's going on?
Still
here?
good.
There's no texture. Still good, but there's no texture.
Yeah, they both look like an elbow noodle.
Yeah.
I get it.
You can still suck on both of them, but afterwards I'll be like, I wish there was some crunch.
You can still eat them when you're 90. You have no teeth. That's good.
Yeah. All right, I like that. Now, gravy to me, I can't eat Thanksgiving without gravy. I need extra gravy. Double down on the gravy.
But is it a side?
No.
No, because you're not just eating gravy.
Speak for yourself. But no, I'm with you. You're not eating gravy alone.
It's got to be on the turkey and on the mashed potatoes and all that shit and on my asshole.
I'm with you. Turkey can be a little dry.
Yeah.
How about you can throw some cranberry juice on there?
Cranberry juice is
Sauce.
Cranberry sauce juice.
Sorry about that.
We're drinking cranberry juice right now, so
Speaking of which, skip the wine, drink hot toddies this year.
Dude,
Is that
I'm
cornbread?
getting this recipe from you, brother. This is
my
good as
family
hell.
never did cornbread for Thanksgiving either. But I mean, I love this. This feels like a southern type of
Yeah.
And I will say, like, cornbread's incredible. I mean, I can't knock it ever.
Cornbread's good as
so
hell.
good.
You ever have like a jalapeno cornbread?
Oh my god, I love it.
There's
a restaurant in Brooklyn that does that. It's so good. There was like a southern, like maybe New Orleans inspired restaurant in Brooklyn that does jalapeno cornbread that is fucking incredible.
I mean, it's incredible.
Some of them do a cheese and jalapeno, and that's pretty great.
It's yeah, I mean, it's hard to knock. What is this? Stuffing? Doesn't look like. I mean, hey man, stuffing for me might be number one.
I agree with you
With
entirely.
the gravy, it's
Last
all
for me.
Love stuffing.
last.
Don't fuck with stuffing. There's always too much onion in it. I don't like onions,
Oh,
so
I like
it
onions.
fucks me
Sometimes
up.
you get some like walnuts and sausage in that stuffing. And that's
Oh
just,
yeah,
dude, I'm a
give me
big.
one.
Stuffing for me is probably one. I'm probably
me
gonna
too.
go.
with gravy, my mom does oyster stuffing. It's a game
Oh
changer.
my
God,
okay,
it's great.
that's different.
Mark,
This is the
great.
thing. New Orleans food is the best food on the planet.
It's the
so
best.
it's like,
But his mom's a cook too.
Yeah.
oh my
yeah.
god, I didn't know that.
Oh, she's
Holy
a big
shit.
foodie whore. She goes nuts. And now, see, this I don't need.
No.
This is
What
out.
even is this?
I
Is
walk
this
right
just
by
cranberry
that.
cocktail or some
Cranberry
shit?
sauce, gelatin,
Yeah, that didn't do it for
bullshit.
me.
Cranberry sauce is fine, but I'll throw a fucking weird one out here. I'm fine with that prepared bullshit. This is the one thing we can cut corners on. If we're cutting corners,
Yeah.
I hear
there's
you.
not a big difference between high-end cranberry sauce
True.
and whatever.
Just as long as it doesn't
This
look
looks
like
like
the
bullshit.
can
This
on the
looks
plate.
Yeah.
This looks like trash.
It's actually Jell-O salad.
Oh,
Disgusting.
Salad.
That's disgusting.
Strike it
I'm
from
out.
the list.
Jesus
Why
Christ.
is it surrounded by cranberries?
Yeah, why don't I take out my
That made it
false
really
teeth in
confusing.
my retirement community before I blow my neighbor? What the
Surrounded
fuck
by
is this?
cranberries, just so you know that it's not just a prolapsed anus.
Yep.
Yeah, right?
This is
Jesus.
horrible.
That
Get
looks
rid
terrible.
of it. Put it in the trash.
shape
This is what
should
my
be
toilet
done.
looks like after Thanksgiving.
Thank God for the bidet.
Is this green bean casserole?
This is my number
Yeah,
one.
I like this.
This is my number one. Stuffing 2, mac and cheese 3, mashed potato 4.
Eh.
You don't
I could-
love the green bean.
I like this. I could kind of. It's on my lower end.
Yeah, it's
I'm
lower
getting a
end
little
for me.
scoop of this.
Okay.
This is not covering
Little
a lot
scoop.
of.
It's
I go
not
big scoops.
low
I
end for
like
me.
the cream of mushroom sauce, and I like a vegetable.
See, I would rather. I like my mom just does green beans straight up, and I would prefer that because I'm like I need the green on the plate.
Interesting.
You
Mix
just
it
want
up.
to feel like you're being healthy first.
Yeah, exactly. I need
right.
a couple moments, even though they're covered in butter and shit. It's like I
Yeah.
still would.
And-
rather-
I love the
like,
crunchy
look,
onions on top.
Yes,
That's a great
what I'm
call.
out on.
Love, you don't like that.
It's such a decadent, like, you're eating so much food this day that you want something green on there that you don't feel like.
Exactly,
Because
yeah.
I want the bad stuff to be bad.
Yeah, I want it to be so bad. I want the good stuff to be a little good.
You know what? That might be a fucking divisive. This might be the most polarizing podcast yet. But I'm gonna say right now, the marshmallow crunch on top of those yams gets all the dicks hard and all the pussies wet, dude.
There it
let's
is.
do it.
I
You
like
heard it
that,
here
though.
first, folks.
I like the sound of that. I disagree, but I like it.
That's a cute croissant.
Love a
Pillsbury.
croissant.
Is this a
This is
Thanksgiving thing?
yes. My mom does these.
I've never heard of
Love
this on
it.
Thanksgiving.
Love it.
I don't know this either.
They call them crescent rolls
Oh.
in Indiana. These are great. I'm a big fan.
This is just a French spy. In
I mean, they
disguise.
look.
Yeah.
I'm anti-bread on this holiday.
what?
There's
Unless it's
stuffing-
corn.
You're not dipping bread in
I'll do
anything?
cornbread,
Stuffing
but
is all bread anyway.
Stuffing is all bread. Why do we
That's
need more
fair.
bread?
This is where I'm getting my bread because I don't do the stuffing. So these
I
crescent
see.
rolls, you can make a little. You can cut them in half, make a tiny little sandwich. It's so
Ooh,
good.
that sounds
because those
pretty
are
nice.
little too. They're not
Yeah,
like
little.
big. They're not like big croissant rolls.
and they're
These are
hollow
like little-
kind of too.
Yes.
So there's
They're
not
so
much
good.
there.
If we're talking, by the way, I'm throwing another thing out there as a side. It's not a food.
Uh-oh.
Side little Thanksgiving movie. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Wait, we'll get to movies.
We're doing that. Isn't
Hold
that a
on,
whole
we're
thing
doing
we're doing?
movies.
What?
I thought we were doing a whole thing on that.
Okay,
We're
we'll
doing
do
movies.
movies
Don't
after.
worry.
Okay.
Now there's your cranberry sauce. which
That's the cranberry
I
sauce.
don't need it. I walk right by
It's
it.
a supporting player, Mark. It's essential. It's not a star.
For me, it's like either gravy or this, and I'm taking gravy.
Here. Agreed.
This one doesn't really do it for me much.
I'm against this. I think you can have it all. It's Thanksgiving. This is the day we took everything from a group of people. Let's keep everything.
Yeah.
Biscuits?
Yeah, that's good, but I take the crescent roll over
I
the
don't know.
biscuit.
Dude. Well, yeah, I mean, we can't have
take the
this
biscuit.
cornbread and this
Yeah,
shit.
that's too much.
So
and I would take the
which is-
cornbread and the crescent roll over this. Biscuits are great. I'm passing on this.
My family doesn't do any of this shit, but if I were to rank, I go cornbread first.
Same.
But the thing is, the biscuits hit the table first while everything else is being brought out. You snack on a little butter biscuit, and then you go and grab the cornbread with the rest of the stuff.
Got it. I only need one bread.
It looks excellent. I mean,
it looks great.
All this shit is crunchy and delightful. The layers. But it's like sometimes you're at a barbecue place and they bring shit like this out, and you're like, I'm about to eat so much sugar.
I know.
I don't know if I can handle all this.
Dude,
exactly.
And this type of food, I have to pace myself so much. My stomach gets fucked up so fast now.
Yeah.
I can't eat like this. So it's like I got to pick one bread and like one really fucked up thing, and then one. I can't do all of it.
It's the same with sex. Sometimes a girl will start jerking you off, and you're like, you gotta stop. I want to fuck you.
I'm gonna come.
Yeah.
You can't blow me. Don't blow me.
Don't blow me. You blow me, it's over.
I'm like, I appreciate you still got this hand job bullshit.
Save this for choking me. You can't be
right. Because girls are different. You can do all this foreplay, and they can go like 5 times in a night. But once I come, I'm gay now. I have no interest in women.
Baked potato. I mean, look, I'm gonna say this right now. You can't ever go wrong with a baked potato.
Can't go wrong.
And you throw some butter and sour cream on there.
Yeah. With a chive or a bacon
time.
bit or a little cheese.
The chives. Subtle but excellent.
Now, I feel like this is going to come up, but baked potato or mashed potato?
That's a good question. I prefer
think I might go baked. Yeah.
I go baked.
I think I'm going baked.
It's controversial, but there's something about a baked potato. Mashed potato is incredible. You have a garlic mashed potato.
Oh, that's incredible. Good. But you know what's really good? Throwing that garlic on that baked potato. Now we're talking about you getting the skin. But also, there's a combo here where if you get the skin in the mashed potatoes, that's where I like.
Or have you ever done the scooped out baked potato, mash it, put it back in the skin in the oven, the double baked potato? That's how you do it. And you mash it in with some cheese.
What?
I got a potato ricer just for this. I'm perfecting my baked potato, mashed potato recipe.
Interesting. I like where your head's at.
I love it.
I never had a private chef growing up, so I didn't have that. So we had a
that sounds incredible. I'm fine with a baked potato, but we don't really do that. I think maybe mash. I don't know.
You like we only do. Oh wait, what is that? That's where it's at.
Now
Mom will do these.
Tickling my taint here.
That's actually the best.
That's a scallop potato.
Scallop potato's the best.
Those are so good.
That's
so
actually
good.
That trumps both
that
the other two.
That might be the winner.
Yeah,
that might be because it's got the cheese, the parsley, the butter, the pepper.
I never see these though. Where do you get these?
No, my mom makes these. This is number one.
You basically
they're not easy to make.
You got to slice them. Yeah, it's a whole thing.
Number one.
Potatoes are fucking incredible, man.
Is there a more versatile vegetable than potato?
No.
Yeah.
Nope. You
Mostly
play
because it's not
with
really a vegetable. It is, but it's one of those vegetables you're like, this is some imposter bullshit.
Yeah, well, it's fries,
if you're trying to lose weight, you stick to baked potatoes, you're gonna be all right.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was a starch. I thought it was
it's a starch. But if you're like when I was really losing weight, like when I was the thinnest I've ever been, I would heat up a fucking potato, cut it in half, and just put a bunch of pepper on it. You're gonna be fine. It's like it's so low calorie.
A little offensive to the Irish. they missed out on that boat.
Yep. They fucked.
What is this?
What is this?
This I've never heard of.
Cabbage rolls.
Cabbage rolls.
What is this? Ukrainian
this is crazy.
Thanksgiving?
Get out of here, you Polak.
Is this a fucking 5-star restaurant that we're having Thanksgiving dinner at?
This is disqualified because it's not a Thanksgiving food, but as just a food, stuffed cabbage is phenomenal.
That looks good,
it's great.
but it's like
we're not
is
eating a Pazelka.
Michelin shit. This is not.
But stuffed cabbage is incredible. It's just not a Thanksgiving.
It's an underrated.
I mean, that's
dish.
actually what I grew up on. But
corn is. Oh, really? Well, you're a Russian
born
weirdo.
in Ukraine, I'm a Russian weirdo.
No,
that's why I love like bread stuffing and green bean casserole because those are like wholly American things that I never had growing up. Like my stuffing was like the traditional. Like they looked at myths from the Puritans and they were like they used grains and cranberries in there. I never had bread stuff.
Okay. But this, we can get rid of this. This is just an everyday.
You're out on corn?
It's a normal side. I don't know if this is Thanksgiving
I'll tell you,
only.
if I'm doing corn these days, I want that fucking Vietnamese corn, that street corn where you throw the spicy mayo on that shit in the crust.
That's like a Mexican thing, though, isn't it? The elote is I'm into.
Yeah,
like where there's all the.
Mexican street
Oh my
corn.
god, that's incredible.
Yeah, I'm into that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is not really like corn is great on Thanksgiving, but it's not like a go-to Thanksgiving. Mostly because a lot of old people are there, and no one wants to watch an old person with weird teeth.
That's
eat
true.
corn.
But we're doing those are actually like this.
Cocktail weenies are not a Thanksgiving food, though.
It's an appetizer. That goes
in
around.
Indiana, that would
it's
be
an app.
there.
It's a classic app.
I do like it,
but I don't think
underrated.
It's a Thanksgiving food.
Nah, I would hold off and wait for the real meal.
Listen, if you come from a broken home and your dad's trying to cook something,
That's true. That's true.
He's like, your mom will call me back, won't she?
Home.
Come on.
My dad didn't try
The
to
apartment's
cook.
temporary. I'm going to get a house.
I'm not going to live in a motel forever, kiddo. You can trust me.
In some countries, it's a
Oh, the green hulks.
Mark, we're all mad at Mark for doing fucking fentanyl.
Good holiday meal, though.
Mark, what the fuck? Please never do fentanyl again.
No,
Did you actually do fentanyl?
Yeah, I did the green hulk, but I wasn't planning on it.
Is there fentanyl in that?
Supposedly. I don't know. It knocked me out for like 2 days.
He was out for 14 hours. Mark, you stop doing fentanyl.
Well,
I got exposed to fentanyl too.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't even do drugs like that.
What
I just
happened?
it was Molly mishap, and it was supposedly safe, but it's like. I was like, I don't have any interest in these drugs. I like booze, and and mushrooms. Like,
yeah,
that's it. And you're not at risk.
Pills
any
are
other way.
scary.
But I felt like shit, like for days after doing this, and I didn't know what it was. And then it turned out it was fucking fentanyl.
Whoa!
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep, little finny.
Well, we're glad to have you here.
Be careful,
people are fucking dying from
I
that
know.
shit.
A lot
Left
of people
and right.
die. Don't do, I fucking have lost friends to this shit. Don't do it, please. Don't die.
No, thank you. So take
I
that
don't
off
want
the
this
list.
podcast to be I might be
All right.
drunk. It's going to be pretty
Put a
sad.
little fentanyl in the next one.
Yeah.
Be
I mean,
healthy,
that turkey,
please.
the
Just a
turkey's
tiny
got a little
bit.
fentanyl in it. It puts you
That's
right to
right.
bed. All right,
That's
so
all the sides we got.
I
Okay.
think we need. I gave you my top 4. I think we need you
Yeah,
two.
so I'll do top 4s. My top 4, I go stuffing, yams. I mean, shit, cornbread there. You can't, hard to leave cornbread off. We're doing one. And then I'd probably go,
no wrong answer.
I don't consider gravy or cranberry sauce to be a real side.
Agreed.
Those are like sauces.
Yeah,
so, damn, I don't know what else. I don't know what my last one is. What do you guys got?
I'm sorry. Green bean.
Go for it.
Green bean, stuffing, mac and cheese, potato.
All right. I'm going scallop potato number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be my fourth one. if
That's
we can
number
throw
1
that
for
in,
me. I'm gonna go after that the mac and cheese, and my mom puts little shrimpies in there, and I put that. That's part
Shrimp
of it
mac
for me.
and cheese is incredible.
It's so
It's
good.
a great one.
Then I think I got to go deviled egg, and then I'm closing it out with the old cornbread. I think.
Well, that's the beauty of Thanksgiving. It's whatever it is to you, really. I mean, there's no wrong answer. I mean, I feel weird I love deviled eggs. I love Brussels sprouts. I love all that stuff. But I can't. It's not a Thanksgiving. It doesn't like ring.
See,
and
for me, deviled egg is like that's only Thanksgiving for me.
Really?
Yeah, that's like I'm only eating that on Thanksgiving.
I see Happy
Maybe
Hour has it
Christmas.
now.
I know.
It's
But
kinda
that's
nice.
like a trendy thing.
That's
like,
a trendy thing.
But when growing up, that was a thing, and now it's like I really do love it. And everything else, I just I like a lot of this stuff, but I'm not loading up the plate that hard on Thanksgiving. A lot of this stuff, I get full on mac and cheese and like the potatoes, but it's not.
Well, Tom blacks out by 11:30.
That's true. I'm drinking a
so-
bottle of wine in there, and that's most of
hard
my
not to
Thanksgiving.
get drunk on Thanksgiving. You're
Oh,
around,
you
you're
have
around
to.
family, which expedites the process.
Exactly.
And, I mean, it's a great day though. You're around family. It's necessary.
It's nice.
It's good. If you're one of those people listening and you're not around family, we're sending love. It's nice, but also like I get it. Some people can't go home at times, and hey, man, if you can't do the Thanksgiving thing, I think a great substitute for me. Chinese food, ordering Chinese.
Oh,
it's
really?
a comfort food. I'm a Jew. Well, that's what I do. That's my Christmas. On our Christmas episode, I'll be telling you all about that. I do. You best believe I want to go to Knicks games and eat Chinese food.
Yeah.
That's a good day right there. And I will say, if you can't be with your family, just try a little fentanyl.
Yeah, just kick out for a couple days.
Yeah, there you
The
go.
Green Hulk, it's called.
Yeah. I will say, though, you can tell how close your family is by how late you eat Thanksgiving. My family has nothing to say to each other, so we're eating Thanksgiving dinner at like 9 a.m. because we just gotta like get something going, because it's so awkward. So we eat dinner early. But
Did you get the football on too?
yeah, but my family doesn't like football. So
Really?
yeah.
In New Orleans?
Nah,
That's
my parents are a bunch
crazy.
of intellectual nerds. They don't give a shit.
My parents don't like it either. I'm the one who throws the game.
Yeah,
on.
I'm watching football. And this year I'm not going home because I was just there. I was just at the attic in Indiana. So I was like, I'll see my mom there, go back for Christmas. You can't go home all the time. You
Every
know?
time.
Nah.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
I'm lucky. My folks live right by me, so we're doing it. But it is weird. I mean, look, I don't see him like I used to. Given the last year, you just don't see people like you used to. And also, we've been on the road like crazy.
Yeah.
But, Thanksgiving's it's a special day.
I know. I can't wait to go
for
back.
what it represents. Just like the idea of to get, whether you're with family or not, maybe you're with friends, it's nice.
I have distinct memories of being like 12, 13, 14 and coming downstairs and smelling it already being cooked. You know, your mom's going to town with the apron on and the living room and smells up and then you see the plates going out. It's a nice moment.
Oh yeah, it's definitely like it's fun. It's also my birthday around because it's always a Thursday around my birthday. Sometimes it lands on it. I'm always like, this is gonna be great because it's almost like Christmas for me, where it's like I'm getting gifts on top of the dinner. It's great.
Remember the transition from kid table to big table? That was fun.
Huge.
That was big.
It sucked to be in that middle ground though.
Yeah.
When you're like just on the cusp of it, and you're like, God damn
These
it,
fucking nerds.
I gotta talk to these fucking idiot kids.
We did it in Boston every year. So our tradition was we would go. My grandparents were in Boston, and then for Friday, Black Friday, we always went to Cheers. It was just for whatever reason became a tradition. Yeah, because it was Boston. It was Boston.
Oh, that's fun.
We'd watch. My brother and I would watch Cheers reruns.
Yeah,
and then we'd go to Cheers.
That's great.
And we'd eat like a burger. You're like, man, what a gluttonous weekend.
Yeah, why not?
But like Cheers, classic, man.
Classic. Yeah. I do remember getting to the finally, because my parents and my grandparents were all talking about news and shit, and I was like 14, trying to get laid and get drunk. And, my grandfather's like, how about that Arafat? I'm like, oh, yeah, Saddam. I didn't know anything going on, but that was a big deal.
Saddam.
The 90s.
What are there other Thanksgiving traditions? Are there movies
I used to set up like football games and stuff. Like we would play.
Oh, that's great.
That was
I forgot about the playing football
we
outside.
would play football and play basketball and stuff.
Good way to burn off that food and build up an appetite.
I remember we played hide and go seek one year, my sister, and I hid behind my grandma's house, and I was like, oh, she'll never find me here. I just hid in a pile of shit.
That's Manhattan for you.
No, it was Boston.
Oh, okay.
And my grandma was like scrubbing the shit off me. I'm like, man, I suck. I really suck. I'm a little dumb kid.
Why was there a pile of shit?
Yeah.
There must have been some animal. They didn't have pets. I don't know what the hell.
I thought it was like they shat there.
I didn't know how to be out of the city, so I'm just like lying in a pile of shit. And I was like, you never found me. And my sister was like, yeah, good job.
His dad played hide and seek too, and really hid.
I love Planes, Trains is the movie.
Oh, you can't beat it. Can't beat. You know why? It's funny as shit, and it's got the heart, which really puts it over the edge.
I'm the real
John
article.
Hughes. The real article.
You know what movie? Underrated, I think. Dutch. You ever watched Dutch?
Ed O'Neill and Christopher McDonald.
20
Ed
years.
O'Neill was hilarious.
Was that a young Ethan Embry, or am I crazy?
Oh, is that on the list?
I believe it was.
Oh, Ethan Randall. Sorry.
Well, John Hughes produced it. Ed O'Neill is fantastic.
He's so funny, man.
He
Married with Children was hilarious.
So funny. So
I haven't
funny.
seen it in years.
It was that and Roseanne, and I was a Married with Children
Dude,
guy.
I loved both of them. I was a huge Roseanne
Roseanne
fan.
is really funny. It's like really well written.
For whatever reason, Married with Children was the one that hit me.
Married with Children was like Family Guy level funny back then. Like, but it was like at that time it was live action, and you were like, "How is this so fucking funny?"
I know,
like,
and dark.
They're so mean.
It's like trashy in a beautiful way.
That's what I loved about it.
Like,
every show was not trashy. They were all like trying to be like, "Look, at the end of the day, we all love each other. We're a good family."
Right.
And Ed O'Neill was like, "I can't fuck my wife."
Yeah, he was a shoe salesman. Yeah. He always talked about how great high school was, a high school football team.
I ran for 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
It was so. I was like 7, being like, "What the fuck is
It's also crazy. You rewatch it. He would walk in the room. He goes, "You know, a fat woman came into the shoe store today," and everyone would go, "Woo!"
half the show is just him with his hand in his pants.
That was a punchline. Let's rock.
It's like, who does that? Was that a thing dads were doing back then? Like, kind of slowly jerking off or whatever? It was like, who wrote that? Like,
I know.
This is a normal family thing.
And they had a group called No Ma'am, which didn't allow women. I mean, it was so over the top, misogynist and like degenerate. It was hilarious.
Oh, and dude, I mean, the kids were great. David Faustino, Christina Applegate.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I love that Katie Seagal is like super hot, and he's like, "Oh, my wife." I'm
I
like,
know.
Dude, you're a balding shoe salesman, and this woman's dying to fuck you, and you're like, "Ugh."
Yeah. Very relatable. Good show.
So
good
good.
show.
She
Over
was
the top.
incredible.
A lot of people
She's
protested
Ed
that show.
O'Neill, Dutch. Yeah, I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I
I gotta
remember liking
rewatch
it as a
it.
kid. Yeah.
What's the premise? He gets stuck with a kid, and he's like
It's like his girlfriend's kid or something like that, right? And then
Oh.
they hate each other, which is also funny. It's like it's a bad dynamic, and the kid is an asshole, so you side with Ed O'Neill a little bit.
Oh, great! Look at I love the tagline. It's like Home Alone with Bart Simpson. That's great. That's how big the Simpsons were too. They were making other taglines.
What other Thanksgiving movies are there? Never saw this.
Get the
Never
hell
heard
out
of
of
this.
here.
What the fuck
What
is
is
this shit?
This is a
Katie
stretch.
Holmes, Oliver Pratt.
Love Oliver Platt. My
sorry.
boy John Weisberg, our boy, used to work with him.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. I've never heard of this movie ever. Oh,
The
come
fuck is-
on.
what
Who made
are
this
we
list?
doing
My
movies,
my
man?
daughter?
What the fuck?
Is Pocahontas next?
Rotten Tomatoes.
Rotten Tomatoes has been fucking thrown out.
Oh,
Pocahontas.
well, that-
What is this shit?
That fits the theme a little bit, at
It's
least.
not a fucking
for the
Thanksgiving
holidays.
movie.
What are these? Robert Downey
Home
Jr.
for the holidays.
That feels more Christmas.
Yeah, I think that this is the problem with nailing down Thanksgiving movies. We're gonna have a lot of
I mean,
Christmas cross.
Planes,
another
Trains, it's
Thanksgiving?
over.
Planes, Trains is over. What else?
Son-in-Law.
What are these?
Wow, Thanksgiving movies suck.
Like Citizen
brutal.
Kane. What the hell?
The Blind Side? That's not
What?
a fucking Thanksgiving movie.
Hot Bullock in that one, though.
That one, the Charlie Brown one's not bad.
There you go. Okay,
Yeah.
that I've
Anything
heard
else?
of. That's it, man.
Yeah,
What a
Thanksgiving
fucking
movies
turd
are
list.
tough.
There's got to be some
Alice's
others.
Alice's
I'm pulling-
Restaurant.
I'm pulling
what the
some up.
fuck? We're scraping the barrel
This is
here.
crazy. A Thanksgiving classic. Suck my dick.
Classic. Call in if you have a real Thanksgiving movie, because these are brutal. Man.
Are there any others?
Yeah, when you guys pitched this as a thing, I was like, I don't think there's a lot of Thanksgiving
I guess
movies
not.
really.
Holy hell.
What a
what
bummer,
else
because
is-
it is like a very relatable time.
I think Christmas though gets it's the star of
That's
the
it.
season.
Grumpy
so-
Old Men.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go. That's a
that
fun
one's
I
movie.
got a
man.
rec for you. I'd never seen the original Bad News Bears, and I watched
Oh,
it.
I saw that on a
yeah.
plane, and it was hilarious.
haven't
I
seen
was
that in
loving
forever.
it. I love that they're kids and they're like 11 years old, but they're smoking cigarettes.
Yes.
And even like Tatum O'Neal, every kid is like, "Yeah, blow it out your ass, old man." They all have like that fucking attitude.
They say the N-word. They call people fags. I mean, it's crazy what
It's
they
pretty
say.
it's shocking.
And they're
I
kids.
gotta rewatch that one.
It's a good movie. Walter Matthau is incredible, and it's also great because if they remade it, which I guess they did, I didn't see it, but they'd have to make it a little too buttoned up with a bow.
Yeah.
It was a shitty guy coaching the team,
Yeah.
but he did teach them a valuable life. It's a nuanced character.
It's fun
Yeah.
when you have characters like that you're like, that guy is a piece of
Yes,
shit. Like now
that's the
they can't
point.
do that. It's like the bad guys are like the guy in Parks and Rec where you're like, he's not even really a bad guy.
Right.
He's like
No.
he's just a little curmudgeonly, but he's not like racist.
Yeah.
Well, now
can't
if you
do
make
that.
a racist guy, that's the whole character.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Jack Nicholson, as good as it gets. We've talked about that, I think. But like this movie, I love the ending. They lose by a run, but of course,
Spoiler alert.
spoiler, they lose by a run, but. At the end, the other team is like, we still don't think you're any good, but you've got more spunk than we thought. And the littlest kid in the team goes, "Yeah, you can take that trophy and shove it up your ass." And everyone goes, "Yeah!" They're cheering. You're like, "This
Yeah.
is great."
That's a
Yeah,
good
it was
time.
fun. And it's true. Like the character is likable. He's still a piece of shit, but you like him. It's kind of like Archie Bunker.
Yeah,
You can never have an Archie
yeah.
Bunker now, but the point is that he's a douche.
Right.
That's the whole show.
Walter Matthau is incredible.
Yeah, he's great.
Dude, taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3 from the 70s, it might be my top 10 now. I love it.
I've never seen that.
Oh,
It's fucking
classic
incredible.
New
I
York
gotta
movie.
see that.
It's the best. It's the best terrorist movie because it's about them taking over a New York City subway train, and Jerry Stiller's one of the other guys.
Oh,
so it's
my
Walter
God.
Matthau and Jerry Stiller, and the whole movie is them just being like, a train got hijacked by terrorists, and they're like, here we go. They're just annoyed. They're not even worried about the people,
which is realistic.
Oh, that's great. I got to see that.
It's like when somebody dies on the train, and you're like, all right, let's get it moving, huh?
Yeah, so good. Yeah. And do you have any recs, Tom?
I got some recs here. Let me look at my little phone here. I have some band recs that.
Please.
Part of me is like, maybe people will be like, I would never do this, but
I don't know music.
There's this band that I saw. I was at a festival in Boise where they had a comedy part and a music part, and I had already heard of this band, but I watched this band, Japanese Breakfast. They put on the best show I've ever fucking seen in my life. Like I go to the shows. Japanese Breakfast, they are fucking
We talked
awesome.
about Japanese breakfast on one of these episodes. They're in Syracuse. You get a fish for breakfast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Dude, their new album is fucking cool as hell. It's just like indie rock shit.
Okay.
But this woman like plays a fucking gong. She's so fucking cool. Yeah. I'm like tempted. Oh, Be Sweet is fucking great. Yeah, this is a great song. But it's like it's just she's just you ever just watch somebody who's a performer on stage and you're like, God damn.
Oh yeah.
It's so good.
I love the look of this video too.
She's so cool, man. She's been doing podcasts and shit. She's funny. She's great.
Where are they out of? Do you know?
Philly.
Oh,
all the best bands are out of Philly now. This
Dr.
band
Dog.
I like, Dr. Dog fucking rules.
Great band.
This band I love, Mannequin Pussy, got featured in Mayor of Easttown.
Oh, yeah?
They're great. Oh,
all
my
right.
God.
I love that show.
I love Mayor of Easttown.
Mayor of Easttown fucking rules. That's
Great
another
show.
rec.
Wait, keep it on for a sec.
Cool.
I like it.
I love this.
This is good music. Just it's. You ever heard of Sales?
Yes.
It reminds me of Sales. Just kind of background, nice, not too much.
Mm-hmm. This is some shit I bike around in New York to, and I'm fucking feeling it, you know?
And the video seems funny. They seem fun.
Yeah, they are fun. And there's a dude who's like comedy adjacent, my buddy Adam Schatt, who his group is called Landlady, and he did our podcast, and he's been touring with them. And watching him on stage, we were just talking to him. I was like, "Hey, what's it going, man? I'm drinking a beer. We're having a nice time." And then he goes on stage and is fucking incredible. And I was like, "Oh my God!" Like this must be how like. You know, we all do comedy, and like we're just hanging out with people, and then you go up and do well, and you're like, yeah, whatever, that's a normal night for me.
Yeah,
but I was like, oh my God, like I couldn't believe how good he was. It was crazy.
What's this called?
This is Japanese Breakfast. Oh, Landlady is the guy. Yeah, he's great, man. Adam is awesome.
All right, let's check out Landlady. I need some new tunes.
Makes me forget everywhere that's
this got Dr. Dog vibes.
Oh yeah.
Driving in California makes me forget everything that's wrong in the places that are not part of California.
Oh, before I forget, also Biscoffs.
Get out of here with your Biscoff.
I love it. Listening to you guys talk about Biscoffs, I'm always like yelling at my fucking phone.
I hate them.
Like, I love Biscoffs in a coffee. That's dipping it in a coffee. It's
special.
It's too hard. Man. It's too messy. There's all crumbs. They're the package.
Grabbing your dick.
It's brutal. Hate a Biscoff. Yeah. All right, Landlady. There you go. Good.
Get into them.
Good Rex.
What do you have a rec, Mark?
Do I? I don't know if I do actually.
I might have another if you don't.
Yeah, please. I'm not good with Rex.
A little dip of whiskey in
here. Yeah, there you go.
If this is gonna be my day, this is gonna be my day.
Might as well.
That's an Angel's Envy. All right.
I got a good rec.
Hit me.
This one, everyone should get on this shit. Everything bagel seasoning.
Oh, I use that.
Yeah,
I have it. The shaky,
dude, it's a game changer.
It's great.
I'll make tuna salad and I'll fucking throw some on the bottom with some avocado before I throw the tuna salad in there. Make a little avocado toast. You throw a little everything seasoning on. You throw a little red pepper flakes on there. It's fucking fantastic.
It's great. You can put on anything. My lady bought that, and then I put it on literally everything.
Is that a Trader Joe's buy?
You can get it anywhere.
Okay.
My taste buds are shot. I just blew them out as a kid with like Tabasco and salt and seasoning. So always need a kick. I don't taste anything.
Yeah.
Me too. Well, I do the Melinda's honey mustard habanero sauce. That is, I have to put that on everything. My shit has to be habanero or I don't feel anything.
That sounds good.
My lady gets mad at me because she's like, I cook all this food and you just douse it in hot sauce. I'm like, that's the only way that I can feel anything.
Hot sauce is good.
It's so good. It's so good. Some sriracha on anything.
Is that your go-to, sriracha?
That's still, it depends on what I'm eating. But if it's like a,
Sriracha's amazing.
if I'm going with like a Thai food or something, I'm going sriracha. If I'm going
you order the Thai, they have that special chili.
Oh, I love that shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's like a Thai. It's not sriracha.
So
that's like a chili paste.
I know.
They do a version of it by sriracha, but it's not sriracha. Yeah.
Because I like
always
that better
ask
than
for
sriracha.
extra that shit because it's like, oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, dude, it's.
That's what made me love Chipotle is they had a special, like their red tomato is so, it was the first thing I tasted that I was like, I will just buy this by the bottle if you sell it to me, and they don't.
The spicy one?
Good. Yes.
Yeah,
oh my
so
God,
good.
it's so good.
I know.
Fucking into
I don't
that
love
shit.
sriracha as much as the next guy. I grew up with all these hot sauces, and sriracha has its own flavor too much. I don't know. I like a Frank's or a Louisiana or a Crystal.
I like Frank's.
Frank's
The
is
Crystal
fine.
and Tabasco thin sauces
I like a thin.
don't do it for me as much.
I like
but then
the vinegar.
you put it in grits or something, and you're like, now I
yeah.
see where this is supposed to live.
Frank's can be very good. It's
Frank's
not like my
is great.
go-to. It's
Yeah.
I
like the specialty
Cholula's kind
ones,
of a
though.
good mainstream one.
Cholula's great.
Yeah, it's
I
not
think
bad.
Cholula.
for like an egg sandwich or something.
Yeah,
I like a
love
little
it.
Cholula. on there.
I eat all these bullshit. Like, if I see a hot sauce in the store that I've never seen before that looks like it'll fuck you up, like fuck your life up, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah,
the ones that
habanero
they
and
have,
shit?
yeah. They have the ones that they have at Mexican restaurants. Fuck me, I can never remember what it is. But there's like a very specific one they have at like every Mexican restaurant.
Pepito or some
Not
shit.
that.
Yeah.
That sounds close though. But
There's
it's like
one in a squeezy that's pretty good, but I don't know the name.
this one's
There
just
should be
a
more
hard bottle.
squeezies.
There should be more squeezies.
No, not Valentino's, but I like that too.
There's one in the glass thing.
The
that's
glass
good.
is what-
Yeah,
How do
I
you
know what
feel
you're
about
talking
like?
about.
How do you feel like mango habanero?
Yeah.
Or
I
like,
I don't
accidentally
love it.
bought that.
I don't love
It's stayed
it.
on my shelf for fucking months.
See?
I'm not into the mango.
Too much fruity.
Get the mango out of my
pineapple.
Yeah. I don't like mixing those things with spice. I
Same.
want it to just be, I want the heat right on me. Like, I love heat. I do like the challenges and shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sometimes. I might do that Buffalo Wild Wings challenge.
You ever do a little vindaloo from an Indian place?
Oh, I love it. Yes.
So that's a spicy shit, dude.
I don't know
Indian food,
vindaloo.
dude. All right, so it's perfect. I'm on stage, going on stage. I'm with Gary Veter in San Francisco. I'm like, hey, Gary. Gary, I usually just give him my credit card. I'm like, order us a bunch of really good food, and I'm usually like, hey, let's go light because we got another show.
Yeah.
And Gary's like, sushi. And I'm like, perfect. I get off stage. He goes, the sushi places were closed, so I called an audible. I'm like, what do you got? He goes, Indian. I'm like, fucking hell, Gary.
That is
difference.
an end of the night food.
I have no-
You can't do that between shows.
Wait, we did.
Oh, you're
and
crazy.
I have no self-control, so we're just pounding naan and fucking tikka masala and, biryani and all this shit. We're just all stuffing our faces and we're just laying there like fucking, we just got laid out by the Crips.
Right. It's the worst breath and the worst farts, too, with that Indian. Holy shit.
That next morning, we hit Blue Bottle.
so good.
And I was like, Gary, it's going to be one cup of coffee for me. I'm going to go take a fucking massive dose Eckies here in the hotel.
Yeah. An Indian dump. The worst
Indian
kind.
dump.
Yep.
That sounded racist. An Indian dump.
That's what the
worst
Pilgrims-
kind.
That's what the Pilgrims did.
Wow, this is a fucking Thanksgiving episode, Mark.
Yeah.
No, Indian
Damn.
food is so fucking good.
So
though.
good.
And I like to get it as spicy as I can. I think I'm half Indian. There's part of me that's like, it's like vengeful towards my dad or something. I'm like, give me the spiciest fucking thing you can. I can handle it,
Was the dad Indian?
Yeah, my dad was Indian.
And he walked out.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
rare. I feel like
It's
Indians
not as
have their
rare
shit
as you
together.
think. On the
Oh,
road, I
really?
meet people a lot.
And then he
who
tried
are
to
like,
come back and he called him an Indian giver.
That's right. Yep. Dude, Indian giver is the funniest term there's ever been.
That
Because
really
it's like,
is.
it's so racist in that, like, the fucking pilgrims took the land and then they were like, hey, what about our land? And like, you fucking Indian giver. You said we could have this. Like, no
backseas. Our
You're
government,
an
no
Indian
backseas.
giver.
Yeah, you switched it on him. That's pretty good. Pretty good move there, Whitey. Well played. It's like when
It's a
you're
really racist term.
It's like when you're ball
so
busting.
fucked
You ever
up,
ball busted with a friend and he's like, hey, you piece of shit. And you're like, ha, 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 hey, you fat weirdo. Hey, man, what the fuck? And you're like, what? I thought we were doing it. Now I feel bad? How'd that happen? Yeah, it's a good move.
It's like if they called like black people, they're like, "You're a slave taker awayer." It's like, no, you were the one who did the mean thing to us.
Right. Fucking Indians always asking for more. Yeah. You got the casinos.
Not even the same type of Indian. Oh wait, no, that is. I was thinking of the.
Do you have any bits you want to work out?
So I was thinking about this. I don't know if there's anything here, but I think it's kind of funny, which is that I talk a lot of shit because I get into the old cups or whatever. But
tilt a few.
Yeah. But I talk a lot of shit, especially when I'm drunk. But I have no like means to back it up. I don't think I can fight or anything like that. But like I was in a bar in Indiana, and this big dude kept stomping on my shoes, and like I like my shoes, and I don't want them getting stomped on.
Got good shoes on. I like those a lot.
I like cool sneakers sometimes, but I just don't want them getting stomped on. And I was like, hey, man, don't fucking step on my shoes anymore, man. And he's kind of like, what are you going to do about it? And I have to be like, well, I'm going to make you kick my ass. Like, that's what's going to happen. Don't make me make you kick my ass. Because it's going to be a bad night for you. Like, I'm going to, have a fat lip, but you're going to have a guilty conscience. I'm going to get blood on your nice shirts. I think there might
How
be
much
something
cardio
there.
have you been doing?
Right. It's going to be a big workout. You're going to break a sweat.
I'm gonna last as long as I can.
I hate myself. I can take a beating. It's going to take a lot of swings.
Yeah. Your knuckles are going to be bloody.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Your hand is going to hurt a little bit. It's like such an empty threat, but it's like because I talk that type of shit. Like I bike a lot.
That's
here.
a great joke.
Yeah, is that something I tried it once, but it's like, and it like kind of worked, but I get scared. I don't know. I was like the idea of me being like, well, I talk a lot of shit. I'm like, oh, maybe people will be like, well, you're an asshole then. But
no, well, you're not an asshole because the guy's stepping on your shoes and you're calling him out. So you're not really even talking a lot of shit.
And you're a fucking blabbermouth.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You defended yourself.
Right. He's the unlikable one still.
Yeah.
To me, he's the unlikable one.
All right. Okay, cool.
That's a good bit.
He's stepping on your shoes and going, what are you going to do about it? You have a right to be like, fuck you.
Yeah. Was he doing it purposely? Like,
it felt like he was trying, because it was a crowded bar. It felt like he was trying to make a point. He's like, get the fuck out of my way.
Domination.
But I was like, I've been standing here for a minute. What
are you going to do about it? I'm going to talk about it on a podcast and put it in solid joke form.
Yeah, I'm going to wear a pilgrim outfit, get drunk, and bring you up.
I'm going to dress in the most comically stupid outfit I can find, and I'm going to vent about it to my friends.
Yeah, good bit.
All right.
Well, you got one?
Hell yeah.
I got fucking nothing, dude. Let me see if I can find
too.
anything. Let me see if I have anything. I'm fucking... My jokes are either... I have one that's pretty much working. Tell me what you think of this. I have a joke about... You think anyone on one of those 9/11 flights was wearing noise-canceling headphones? And they were the last to know?
Oh, that's great.
Because to me, that's a great advertisement for Bose. They're like, how can you never forget if you never really knew, right? That's my idea.
That's a great ad.
There's something there.
I
right?
like that. Yeah,
all right.
He didn't know until he hit the ground. That's funny.
I like the idea of a trauma like noise canceling headphones commercial. It could be like a parents, like a guy beating his wife and the kid has noise canceling headphones. Like, Bose, don't make your kid go to therapy.
It's kind of those. I'll tell you, Bose works.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it's weird. Yeah, the other ones don't work.
Mm-hmm. No,
you do Beats by Dr. Dre, and you're like, which is what they should call the trauma ad. By the way,
let's go.
Right. Yeah,
this is coming together.
Now we got a bit here. No, that's good.
What
Noise
do you got
canceling.
going on?
All right, is this anything? I saw a blind guy getting, like holding his dog with the leash, the seeing eye dog, and the dog was kind of like leading him into 2nd Avenue. And I like was kind of watching this guy, and I was freaking out. So I kind of grabbed the guy, and I was like, "Hey, man, watch out! You're going towards traffic." And he was like, "Get off me! I don't need your charity." And then I realized, like, can a blind guy really afford to be a dick? Like, I could just pick up a stick and throw it into the highway, and the dog would go for it. Like, I don't know if you can. I can put a kick me sign on you or whatever. And then, the whole joke is like it's a pretty good way to get out of picking up your dog's shit. If you're a blind guy and you got the seeing eye dog and the seeing eye dog shitting, who's picking that up? And then you could do like next time I walk my dog, I'm not gonna bring a plastic bag. I'm bringing glasses and a stick.
Oh, that's great. That's like a curb app. That feels like
maybe,
that feels like a Larry David. That's great.
And the big punchline.
They're like, you didn't pick up your dog poop. I'm blind. Like, all right, sorry.
Exactly, yeah.
But who is picking that shit up? That's a good point.
It's a good point. I don't know who's picking it up. And yeah, if the guy yells at you, you can be like, I've never seen a sunset. And the guy's like, all right.
Well, that kind of sucked too. Like, how, even if you are like the most, responsible blind guy, what are you just gonna feel around?
Right.
It's horrible.
No, it's impossible. The dog would have to kind of do it. You need another dog.
Yeah.
to
This
help
feels
you.
small. It must be from another dog here. I don't think this is.
Yeah, who's picking that up? Because the dog ain't doing it.
Yeah.
No.
Well, sometimes you hit a dog for trying to eat its own poop. But this time you're kind of like, have at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
But this guy was all over the place, and he was a dick. So
That is funny though. You can't be we're all doing you a favor, man. We're all kind of being like, yeah, poke me with your stick.
Right.
That's fine.
You let it go.
You can't, but you can't like use that and be like, like you're a fucking bitch or whatever. Like,
Right.
You can't be a dick. It's like we're helping a little bit.
Yeah, and like, do you know how easy it would be to kick your ass? Not saying I'm going to do it, but I could just,
Mark's the guy from your joke now.
Yeah, I know. That's
I can bob and weave and really do some damage here.
The blind guy's like, I'm going to make you kick my ass. Like, all right, shit. Fucking
so we
piece
got to
of
go
shit.
on stage together. To
Yeah.
make
All he hears
Bits
is,
both work.
I'm choking out the dog.
Shit, man, this was a killer app.
Good app, Tommy.
Plug some road dates.
Where are you going to be?
Thanks for having me, y'all.
we gotta do some
I will
ads.
be at the Blue Room in Missouri, which is, I feel like it's the club that comes up the most on this podcast. I've
Wow.
I was
Good
just
and bad.
shouted out like
I
4
was just
times.
there.
Yeah, I'll be there. It's Thanksgiving weekend, so Friday, Saturday. Hey, your family, come hang there. I'm bringing my buddy Dwight Simmons. It'll be a good time. I'll be doing all the like helium side rooms, so I can make
Oh, nice.
$500.
Yeah. The indie one is actually a good room.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually
Okay.
a good layout.
All right, I'm excited.
Tom is a great comic.
Good comic. Go
thanks,
see him.
I mean, really, he's been posting a lot of shit on social media. Follow Tom on social media. Tom Thakkar, Thakkar. Great comic.
I mean,
like really
thanks so much,
prolific and writing great stuff. So make sure you follow
Yes.
him. He really is a strong comic.
Yeah,
so
good
check
jokes,
it the fuck
good
out.
comic. Been doing it for a while, huh?
Yeah, 25 years.
There you go. You see?
yeah, dude.
I've been doing it for
He used
about
to open
12.
for Newhart. He's been around.
No, I appreciate you guys having me. I
We
love
love
this
you, man.
podcast, so
Oh,
I really
thanks.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
We
for
love
Thanks
you.
for
We
coming
love
on.
you, man. We knew you'd be a perfect second guest. We've only had one other guest on.
I know.
You're
I was
number
like
2.
looking through, and I was like, "Did Roy do it?" And I was like, "It's just Rachel, right?"
Yeah,
Just
he's a busy
Rachel
guy.
Feinstein.
he's
Great
so
episode.
busy.
You haven't heard the
It's
Rachel
so
Feinstein
good. I love Rachel.
Rachel
too.
is-
Rachel's so fucking
Rachel's
funny.
So
got to be a
funny.
regular on this because
Oh, yeah.
she
So
killed
killer.
so hard on that episode.
So
and,
good.
Check out her podcast with Jessica Kierson.
Two of my
It's really
favorites.
baby.
I'll be all over too. You can check me out in Charlotte Comedy Zone, Charlotte, North Carolina, December 2nd through 4th. I'll be the following weekend, the Miami Improv. And the weekend after that, the Addison Improv in Dallas. And, I got Magoobies and Timonium, Maryland coming up in January, Richmond, Virginia, Sacramento. A lot of stuff coming up. sammorril.com/shows. And Norman, where are you going to be, man?
Woo, baby. I'll be at the Buckhead Theater in Atlanta, also in Charlotte Comedy Zone. I'm at Milwaukee Improv, New Orleans, I think this weekend. I don't know when this comes out. And let's see, what else? I got some fun ones. Vancouver's over. Oh, Royal Oak, Michigan. Comedy Castle,
the classic,
Kansas City
the
Improv.
classic castle. Mark Ridley's son, by the way, Ryan Ridley, who has written the best episodes of Rick and Morty.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
Holy
So
shit.
shout out to Ryan
That's
Ridley.
incredible.
Mark Ridley, who I love Mark Ridley. I've worked this club for years. His son is Ryan Ridley, who is a great writer.
Yeah, wow,
that's
that is
wild.
cool. Man, I'm going to really talk his ear off.
How deep into Rick and Morty are you? The people want to know.
Let's see. I'm probably about a season in.
And
So
do you
I'm
like
getting
it?
there. I do. I like it.
Got to keep going, man.
People on the road ask me that all the time. How's Rick and Morty?
People, because you have a little bit of Rick in you. You're always belching. You're always.
I get that a lot. Yeah. So I'm into it. Great show. Good writing. Funny show. Do you watch it?
I have seen a couple episodes. I enjoy it.
Uh-oh.
I just haven't gotten in.
Tom,
I'll watch
it's a
it. I'll
great
watch
show.
it.
Great show.
I'm watching so many shows right now that it's tough.
It's
I got
tough.
6 episodes to catch up on.
Any Rex? Any show Rex?
I mean, I watched all of Squid Game in one day, which I don't recommend doing that.
Yeah,
because
it's very dark.
I dreamt a whole new season. Like I had terrible nightmares. People were like, "It's not scary," and I was like, "What are you fucking talking about?" The first episode is one of the most horrific
Very
things I've ever
scary.
seen in my life.
Yeah, it's wild.
But it's incredible.
Season 2 is Tom on an airplane. Who wants to pee?
No, that I mean, Mayor of Easttown is one of the best shows I
great
saw
show.
here.
She's incredible.
She's and the other lady who's in it, whose son is like the
Yeah.
I don't want to
Spoiler.
spoil anything. I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
But who's
Fantastic. Fantastically
family is a
acted.
big part of the show.
I love. You know what I love on HBO too? I love The Undoing. I thought
I've
that
never
was.
seen The
I gotta
Undoing.
watch that.
I
gotta
thought that
watch-
was great.
The lady loved it. She's
Nicole
with you.
Kidman, Hugh Grant's great.
Yeah, edit me
Donald
out saying
Sutherland.
the son thing. I feel bad if I hope that doesn't spoil anything for
Ah,
anybody.
whatever.
I feel
You're
guilty.
fine. You're fine.
Fight the power.
Yeah,
It's been out
stop
for a
Asian
while.
hate.
yeah, that's true. That's
You
true. I
watching
mean, Succession
Succession?
is the best show.
It's the best show.
It's the best show there is.
The one, not
crazy.
last night's episode was good, but the one before that was
It
unreal.
was incredible,
Incredible.
dude. I was arguing with my buddies about
Yeah,
this.
Brian
The
Cox.
scenes with
Yeah.
fucking Cox and
And
also
Kendall.
Tom is so funny in it.
Tom
Like,
is
and
great.
oh my
with the
god!
scene with Greg.
I saw-
I pissed off Mayron because I told him he looked a little bit like Tom. I don't know if
really?
you guys see it.
Tom's a handsome guy.
That's what I was like. I
Yeah.
was like, I think he's a good guy.
Also,
I think Tom is hilarious.
so
love-
funny.
Yeah,
Tom
but
and Greg are so
those
funny.
episodes between Kendall and
Kendall and Logan.
Adrian
dad.
Brody. And all
Oh,
that.
those were great
that
too.
scene where that
That
whole
was
scene.
intense.
Oh my
Well,
god!
the fact that the only time
Woo.
he tells his son that he's got a
Yes.
future and that he loves him is in a
is
business
through
deal.
this thing where they're seething.
Right.
And then maybe the best moment, one of the best moments of the entire show is when he goes to take that call and they're just sitting at the table together and you feel all of it and it's silent.
And he loves his dad, but his dad won't give him anything, and it's brutal. And
Cameron is
and
also
he's
fucking
just
great
trying
in
to
that show,
survive.
man.
I love Brian Cox so much. I can't wait to read his book because it's literally just taking shots at celebrities.
Really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh my god! Did I not tell you these quotes? I mean, the quotes in the book. I got to pull them up real quick. I mean, they're like, can you pull up some of these quotes, man? I'm fucking lazy.
Well, let me do these ads while you do that.
yeah.
Hey, we might be drunk and excited to welcome our new sponsor, Boll and Branch. They sent me some sheets. These things are top notch. They feel great. I sleep naked. We spend a third of our lives in bed, so sheets from Boll and Branch make truly special gifts. They make the highest quality sheets by doing things the right way, not the easy way. I like them. I put them on the bed. The lady came home. She went in the bed and got naked, rolled around like a pig and shit. They're the greatest. She's not a pig. Oh, boy. Boll and Branch holds himself to high standards across the board, from sourcing pure organic cotton to putting workers' rights first. Their signature hem sheets are their all-time bestseller. These babies get softer with every single wash. Come in a wide range of colors and sizes. You're completely toxin-free and fair trade certified. It's not just their sheets that are made the right way. Their pillows, bath towels, and robes are great too. You got to get on this. Everybody needs new sheets. You spend a lot of your life in bed. Get in there. Treat yourself and treat your loved ones to the new standard in bedding from Boll and Branch. Their gifts come wrapped and ready for their special holiday packing. Order by December 19th for guaranteed delivery by Christmas. Best deals of the year going on now from November 18th to the 22nd with promo code DRUNK at bollandbranch.com. That's BOLL and branch.com. Promo code DRUNK. Exclusions may apply. Get on it, folks.
really seems to care, right? So
We got one more ad.
Oh, okay.
And thank you for coming in,
Hey,
Tommy.
thanks for having me, man. I gotta piss so bad. I'm gonna go.
Go
right now.
piss.
Yeah, while you do this.
BetterHelp is therapy for the 21st century. BetterHelp is professional therapy all online. What's standing in the way of you achieving your goals? Figure it out with BetterHelp. We love therapy. He got me into therapy. It changed my life. You got to do it, but it is a hassle going all the way up to the Upper West Side in Manhattan. So do it online, folks. Do it remote. Do it from the comfort and privacy of your own home. Flexible schedule, phone calls, video calls at your convenience. Get a good match. They will put you in a licensed therapist who is right for you. That's the most important part of therapy. You need to find someone you feel like you can talk to who gets you. That's the key. It's fast. When you sign up, you start talking to your therapist in less than 48 hours. No waiting around. It's affordable. You don't have to be rich to pay for this, and financial aid is available. Damn, they cover it all. And now you can send messages to your therapist anytime. They'll get back to you in between sessions. Don't like your therapist we set you up with? Well, you can switch anytime for free. They make it easy. Trust me. It helps to have someone outside your world to talk to. It's easy to schedule, affordable, and will take a load off your shoulders. Over 1 million people have taken the charge on mental health. Join them! BetterHelp is a special offer for our listeners. Visit BetterHelp.com/drunk for 10% off your first month. Wow, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/drunk for 10% off your first month. BetterHelp.com/drunk. Sign up for BetterHelp to start living a happier life. Get on it, folks!
So this is from Brian Cox's book. We'll wrap up soon, but he writes this about Johnny Depp. Personable, though I'm sure he is so overblown, so overrated. I mean, Edward Scissorhands, let's face it, if you come on with hands like that and pale, scarred face makeup, you don't have to do anything. And he didn't. And subsequently, he's done even less. Cox has not worked with Depp and turned down a role in Pirates of the Caribbean. Dude.
Whoa! What's his beef with Depp?
He just doesn't.
Crazy.
He's just a snob. He's like an old school
but
actor.
Do you think like this
Amber
is
Heard loved that.
Oh, he wrote this about Ed Norton, who I love. Ed Norton, he's one of my favorites ever.
But I hear he's a dick.
He writes this. That he plays his father in 25th Hour.
Oh, that's
he's
right.
a nice lad, but a bit of a pain in the ass because he fancies himself as a writer-director. This is all from his upcoming book.
Jesus,
I can't wait to read
this is heavy.
Oh my God! This is what he writes about Steven Seagal: as ludicrous in real life as he appears on screen. David Bowie, not a particularly good actor.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He wrote about Quentin Tarantino. He walked out of Pulp Fiction, but would work with the director of Fast.
he walked out of Pulp Fiction.
He works out of Pulp Fiction.
So this makes him seem like an asshole now.
Yeah,
But I will say this: I fucking love Brian Cox. I don't care.
Yeah,
he's
a great
incredible
actor.
in that show.
He's
I will
incredible in
say
every movie he's in, though.
this season is there's a few moments of him going fuck off, where I was like, all right, it's becoming a cartoon a little. When he tells the FBI to fuck off, you're
Right.
like,
Tell them
to fuck off.
Fuck
Tell them to fuck off. And you're like, okay, like.
The show's incredible. I saw
it's so
Kieran
good.
Culkin on the street the other day. I think he lives near me.
Did SNL?
Whoa, that's
someone on
right.
the street pushing a baby carriage. Yeah.
Who would have
Sell
thought?
out.
Like after Home Alone, we'd all be like, Kieran Culkin is cool as hell now.
Yeah.
Like he was the little kid and like
He was Fuller. He wet the bed.
yeah, he wet the bed.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
good.
Terrific
So
on the
good.
show. Yeah, great show. Great show. We
I love
appreciate
that
you guys
show.
listening. We love you. See us all on the road. Follow Tom.
Yeah.
Keep listening. Have a great and happy Thanksgiving. We're grateful for you. Make sure to subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/WeMightBeDrunkPod. You get bonus content. Leave us a nice review. Beer Jew, we're thankful for your amazing holiday cocktails.
Yes.
Matt Peters, we're thankful
The
for
man.
Gotham Studios.
The machine.
Salacuse, you're not here, but we love you too.
Sally.
It's a happy, happy holiday, and we hope you have a great one.